The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Talk Radio live, and I would just like to say hello, dear listener. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee, Katherine Boyle,
hello,
and we got Chelsea, we got Phil. Hello, guys. Hello. Now, if our boss is listening, everything went smoothly. Everything went as it. You're going to need to have that screen up so we can see the callers that come through. Everything went smoothly. We got here in plenty of time, and the microphone. The Yeti microphone that cost me several £700 works, and it was great. So, boss, Denny, you can switch off, go to bed, nothing for you to worry about. It's all groovy, man. It's all good. Right, now that he's gone, it has been an absolute bloody nightmare. So we're live in, well, we're in Stockport.
Yes.
Okay, you're going to come close to the microphone?
I am, but I'm just talking to the boss.
Oh, blimey. So we are in Chelsea and Phil's house, who very kindly invited us round, expecting, we're in Stockport because we're in Manchester for the weekend, expecting, I'm guessing, kind of a slick, they're laughing at that, expecting a kind of slick professional outfit. Me and Kath, this is boring, but just, this is my life, so deal with it, all right, guys? So we've rocked up trying to do this a new way. Instead of the massive 2 suitcases that we'd normally bring to do this with all the bits and bobs, we're doing it on my laptop. We're using my Yeti Blue microphone, which I haven't used since Australia, since I came out of the jungle, and I had to speak to Paul Ross. And so I'm all, I'm cocky-locky, and yeah, this would be cool, man. And opened the box, and I haven't got any of the cables that I need.
What a plum.
Okay, you don't need to shout, just need to get close to the microphone. I don't actually know where the microphone is on this, so I think it might be there. So somewhere in the Versace Hotel, I'm going to say it, the worst hotel in the world, are all the leads that we need to do this. So it's a typical kind of USB lead. So Chelsea was going, don't worry, I've got one somewhere. Well, it turns out she's a liar. It's
harsh.
It's harsh but fair. But Phil, who is the real heart and soul of this family, like a trooper. Phil has been going through drawers and has demolished a cupboard and has been doing a little tour of...
He's been to his mum's house.
He's been everywhere. Eventually, he comes back, he's got the lead, I'm holding the lead here, and we all breathed a sigh of relief. There was about 6 minutes to go until we're on air. And then I plug the microphone in, and my computer doesn't recognise it. So I suspect that the BBC Nottingham got whiff of us dissing them the other day, and they've sabotaged us. Or maybe it was BBC Manchester, because we were laughing at how crap it was as we drove up. So somehow, let's put this to the. So basically, we're hunched over my laptop. I'll start streaming in a minute on YouTube, but you won't be able to hear the calls. But we're hunched over my laptop using the internal phone to broadcast. Can you think of anything lamer? Let's put this to the test. Let's put this to the real test. And there's only one test, and that is Alan Caddick. Good evening, Alan.
Hiya, Mark.
Hey.
Alan, can you hear us okay?
I can hear you, but I can't see you on YouTube.
No, we haven't activated YouTube yet. And the question was very, very specifically, not can you see us, can you hear us?
It was a double-barreled answer.
Well, the second barrel of those two barrels was irrelevant. It was a blank. You fired a blank. You can listen on the app, you guys. Even the people whose house we're in can't hear what is going on. But you can hear us okay.
Yeah, I can hear you on the delay on YouTube.
Sam, hover over that dump button, because I'm feeling punchy tonight. Turn off YouTube, man. I don't care about it. I've not started streaming yet.
No, but it's got live talk radio output on there.
I'm going to give you a live talk radio fist put in a minute. Don't know what that means.
Hi, Chelsea. Hi, Phil.
Okay, that just confuses things, because Phil isn't listening, and Chelsea is listening, but she's on delay. So in about 30 seconds, she's going to say hi back to you. So this could potentially be. She just heard it there. This could potentially be the biggest car crash of all radio shows.
Well,
and you're not bringing anything to the party, Alan.
And you're putting me on the spot, Ian.
I'm not putting you on the spot. I'm not putting you on the spot. You phoned up here's a suggestion. If you're phoning up the radio show, I don't know, maybe have something to say.
Yeah, but like I say, are you ready for the rabbit hole tomorrow?
Right, cut him off. If we shout too much, Chelsea, just throw something else. Oh, God. 03, Alan's gone, I think. 0344. Because this is a genuine question that some people have asked me. When we've done shows at other people's houses, they said, what will the phone number be?
What, like we're going to give them...
Yeah, some people think that we're going to give them like Chelsea's phone number. Honestly, people said, what will the phone number be? It's the same phone number. It's 0344 499 1000. Lots to talk about this evening, isn't there, Kath? Why don't you tell them what we're talking about?
The moon is apparently red, but I can't see it. If you can see it, can you give us a ring?
We're doing Moonwatch.
What does the moon look like? 0344 499 1000.
Sorry, I was having a slurp of water.
I noticed.
So I'm dehydrated. What bits of written correspondence have you got that means something to you?
You don't need to actually have it.
We heard that was a phone-in topic on the way in on BBC Radio Manchester, and it was that wording. What written correspondence have you got that means a lot to you, but you don't actually have to have it? So that just means letters, right?
Stuff you've binned.
That means letters. Can I ask you a question, dear listener? This is the second day, and this is a genuine question, because I'm a very religious, spiritual man. This is the second day of us dissing, calling out BBC local radio. Does that sound mean-spirited? Yeah. I think it sounds mean, Kath, when you do it.
When I do it?
Yeah, I think you make it sound mean.
I think you start it.
No. You were the one in the car going, oh, let's have it. Let's have this, boy. Let us do this.
Why do you make me sound like Jimmy Savile?
I am mad for it. Well then, this is it.
So
here's the thing. Once we get past Watford Gap, which isn't in Watford, we don't actually come that way anyway.
Yeah.
Boyley goes like Superman.
Superman. I think it's just my eerie tunes, and I realise it's okay to let it all hang out.
I think the microphone is here, so just keep this area clear. Is what I'm trying to say. But you do tend, your accent really is very thick when you come up here.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. It wasn't a compliment.
Well, I'm taking it as well.
Well, you shouldn't.
Well, I am.
Well, you're an idiot.
Well, I'm the one that remembered all their things.
Well, you're also the one that when I realised I didn't have the right lead, you started cacking your little panties and doing absolutely nothing of any use whatsoever. Chelsea and Phil, who are not professionals and are receiving no money for this, whereas you're receiving a very hefty salary, they ran around, they tried to help us. She's made cheesecake.
I offered to go to the shop.
She offered to go to the shop, dear listener.
So
that was a, shall I go to the shop and get some fags?
No. Thought they might have a lead.
What, like a clue?
Right. You were on such thin ice.
Stop blocking this area, because I think this is where the microphone is on the.
Can't help it. Chelsea's given me the best pen in the world. It's got feathers on the end and a unicorn.
That's the second best pen in the world. The best pen in the world are the ones that Dr. Pimple Popper.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Pimple Popper gets her big burly men to sign it. They've got flowers on the end. So the show tonight is let's be honest, it started poorly, and people say the good thing about hitting rock bottom is the only way is up. Well, I suspect that there are several layers. I suspect that this rock bottom is made of a very weak clay that will eventually give way to revealing even deeper rock bottoms. Well, saying that, I guess who's the next caller is. So it is. So here are tonight's things. In written correspondence that you've got that means something to you, but you don't actually have to have it. And why the hell will my really expensive Yeti microphone not be which I bought for this shiz? Why is my Mac? Oh, you shouldn't have a Mac. I'll get stuffed, you. I'm actually flicking the V's to the get stuffed, everyone. Oh, you shouldn't have a Mac. Go and buy some. Get your jug on. Why doesn't it work? If you could phone up and give a really detailed instruction on how to make it work.
Can I just do a little bit of producing here?
Please do, Catherine. It's only been 2.5 years. You might as well start.
I'm not sure there's anyone else who is plumb enough to be able to answer that with some sort of knowledge.
Loads of people. I should plug that in with this, and unless Phil has given us a bent lead.
Right.
But I trust
Can
him.
I launch a more accessible phone in?
Yeah, sure.
Expensive stuff that don't work.
03444991000. This is the late night alternative. Sam, get ready to hit that button on Talk Radio.
Set free your mind. Let your fancy take flight. Conversation gets curiouser by the glow of moonlight. The late night alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Anyway, we are back, and we'll stream a little bit of video so you can see us.
Just how ridiculous we are.
Is that us? No, that's the wrong way. Here we go. So there we go. This is the setup. We are hunched over the computer, and this is the really expensive microphone that doesn't actually work, guys. So Yabu sucks. You can still call us 03444991000. Hello, Wayne.
How are you?
I'm all right, Wayne. How are you?
Oh, I feel that's like a low blow.
You sound miserable, Wayne. It's Friday. It's the hottest day of this. We've broken all kinds of records. You should be excited. Britain is a record breaker. We're leading the way again. Rule Britannia. Come on.
Well, I would if this was a professional radio show.
Well, I know. And if we were a professional radio show, then we might attract decent callers. You're right. Yeah.
Well, this is the best you can get, I'm afraid.
I know. Exactly. What have you got, Wayne? Wayne, come on.
Well, the last time I spoke to you, I was like, oof, down.
Oh, are you up now?
I feel I'm on the way up.
There we go.
I feel I'm on the way up.
Okay.
You know, and this is what I've come in. I'm just going to say how I feel now. No more bottling up. No more. Not happening.
When did we speak to you before, Wayne?
Well, a few months ago.
Right.
So I had like a newborn daughter.
Oh, yes.
And I knew I had anxiety.
Yeah.
So I said to you, look, I'm not taking my medication anymore.
I remember, yeah.
I was a bit all over the place. So I went to the doctors the next day, and he diagnosed me with chronic anxiety.
Chronic?
Yes, man. From that moment, I was like, oh, that's it. That's just felt better with that diagnosis. I was just
having a little label on it, made it a bit easier.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, I can do this now.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm getting there. Like, you know, stressful time, not good, but now up, man.
Say it and sound excited, Wayne. Come on, man.
Well, that's not my style. That's not my style. Okay. Because sometimes we wear personas, don't we? We put on a persona, you know, to be who we want to be. But maybe
sometimes you got to fake it to make it.
Yeah, but why should we fake it to make it?
Well, sometimes you have to.
I know. But if you've done it all your life, you go,
oh no, never. Don't do it your whole life.
Well, but in certain situations, you have to wear a persona, don't you?
Well, every time I come over to your side, you swing round to the other side, and vice versa. So you're doing all right. You sound like you've swallowed a little bit of Buddhism or something. There's a little bit of spirituality going on.
Possibly. Just a new way of thinking. Way of thinking.
That's what it's all about, buddy.
And, you know, I'd like to say thank you, because I called out. I was at a low, honestly. Wasn't good in a good place. And you said, you know, go to my GP. I did that. I got what I needed, and I feel like I'm going in a good direction now.
Excellent work, man. Good on you, Wayne. It was a little girl, wasn't it?
Yeah.
How's she doing?
Great.
Beautiful. All right, man. Take care.
Best thing in the world, isn't it?
It really is, Wayne. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. All right. 034.
Peace and love.
Peace and love, brother. Wow, he's gone hippy dippy on us, man. I love it. He's caught the Iain vibe, the hippy dippy Iain vibe. 0344 499 1000 is the phone number if you want to give us a call. Unfortunately, Wasim has decided to do that.
Oh, really?
Iain.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. You're all right. Yeah, I want to talk about Brexit, mate.
Okay.
Just wondering, would you back...
Why are you laughing? Brexit is serious, man. It's not. It is not a laughing matter. It's because of jokers and jerk-offs like you.
You know what? I want to know.
Shut up, man. I'm talking. It's because of jokers like you laughing at it. We're in this mess. So stop laughing and start backing Britain.
Okay, I was wondering, Iain, seeing as you're a man of the left and you vote to remain.
You don't know that about me. You don't know that about me. Stop making assumptions about me.
Come on, man. You know you're a lefty.
Well, first of all, what does that mean?
That you're someone who supports, Jeremy Corbyn or...
You haven't got a clue. You don't know anything about me, Wasim. Wrong answer. Try again.
Okay, as someone who is a Remainer, would you... But
first of all, those two things are not... You don't have to be a lefty to be a Remainer and vice versa.
Well, you don't have to be a lefty, but generally speaking, it is the position that left's taken up.
You know, Corbyn wanted to go.
Yeah,
he's quite a lefty. He's quite a lefty, isn't he?
Yeah, I voted Brexit myself, mate.
I couldn't give a stuff.
So you're a lefty?
I'm a lefty who voted for Brexit.
But I don't even know what a lefty means, mate. You just said I was a Corbyn supporter.
Yeah, like you support the NHS remaining...
I support the NHS. I think the NHS is a great thing. Does that make me a lefty?
So
no, it makes me a sensible human being with a heart.
Yeah, so do I.
You're talking more bullshine than normal, man.
Would you back a second referendum?
Tell me when it happens, and then I'll decide.
Yeah, I think Julie Holly Brewer is right.
Who cares? Who cares? She's not. She's a horrible pain in the arse who's a nasty woman. Who cares, right, what the bloke who stole the strawberries on I'm a Celebrity thinks about a referendum? Who cares?
I think a lot of people care, mate.
No one cares. No.
I think you've got all the makings of a politician, mate.
Oh, shut up. Cut him off. He's been an idiot. Not interested. Let's go to Zach. Good evening, Zach.
Good evening, Kath.
Hello.
Zach, do we sound okay? Because I'm worried that I'm just hunched over a laptop, and you know, it feels like I might as well just be in like a cyber cafe. I know that the few times I've tried to do a Skype on my laptop, it sounds awful. Now we're doing
well, it sounds good on the call. Sounds good on the call, but you know, that's just a call.
Well, if it sounds good on the call, buddy, I noticed that most people aren't talking over us as much as they normally do.
Interesting.
I'm talking, Catherine.
Sorry.
That most people aren't.
Wonder why that is.
Okay. Talking. Please, Catherine, Hey, I've got an idea. Why don't you go and check on the red moon outside?
Can't see the moon.
Go and take your phone outside and check on the red moon.
It's invisible because of the clouds. I'm really annoyed about that.
Just let her go out. Go out. If you go out and phone up, and after I've spoken
What's the number?
It is 0344, you know. After I've spoken to these 5 calls I've got.
Oh, yeah, I've got 5.
Well, hopefully we'll get some more by then. They're paying out, man. All right, Kath, bye then. Thank you. Okay. 4 hours, Zach. 4 hours in a car with the fartiest, boringest woman I've ever shared a journey with. It's a nightmare.
I had a day in London today, which was all right.
London, hey! What did you see in London? The Queen, the Madame Tussauds, Sherlock Holmes, Marks and Spencers.
We went to Madame Tussauds. It was sunny when we went in, and when we went out, it was England. You know, going in, it was California. Going out, it was England.
Why did you go to Madame Tussauds? That costs like £50 to see giant human-shaped candles.
No, but I have an annual pass, so using it.
Oh, so you get it for free?
Yeah.
Who was the? Why? I get it, right? You know, Madame Tussauds. She was French. It was the 1850s. People didn't know what kings and queens looked like because it didn't. You know, it wasn't Reddit. There wasn't. Snapchat. There was none of that, right? So people would go to Madame Tussauds to go, oh, that's what King Henry VIII looks like. We see him now, we'll recognise him. But now, you know, everybody knows what famous people look like. So why do you need to go and see a waxwork?
Well, imagine if you got a waxwork there.
Well,
why would I want? There's an I'm a Celebrity section in one of the other Madame Tussauds.
Is there? You
never know. Call them up.
Yes. Hey, look, you can if you want to listen on this, Chelsea, you'll be very welcome. I can budge over here. There's an I'm a Celebrity Madame Tussauds.
I'm a Celebrity section of Madame Tussauds in one of the Madame Tussauds in England.
Why the hell haven't they approached me about that? I'd love to be there. I think there's nothing finer. One of Britain's greatest attractions is a place where you can go and see waxworks of celebrity people.
Yeah, but I was a bit annoyed today because I saw Trump and I saw Boris Johnson. So
okay, listen. Support your Madame Tussauds. It's a great institution. They do a lot of great work, and I think we should have more of them. Thanks for your call, Zach. Catherine is on the line.
Yes. Hello.
It's Catherine Boyle. We'll come back to you in a minute. Let's go to Carey first of all.
Hello, Ian.
Hello, Carey. I didn't realise that was her. How are you? Are we sounding okay tonight, Carey?
Yeah, you were a bit pony on the phone, but I've put you through a Bluetooth speaker and it's made it a lot better. But yeah, you're okay considering the circumstances.
Okay, considering that my expensive microphone is not being recognised by my computer. What the hell?
Yeah.
What the
Welcome to the north, by the way.
Oh, are you nearby? Can I smell you?
I'm in Sheffield, so we're practically breathing the same air.
Hey, this is amazing. Maybe I'll pop over after the show and come and say hello.
Oh, God, that'd be great. Thank you.
Are you coming to see the live show tomorrow in Manchester?
I'm not. I came to Scunthorpe a few months ago, but no, I'm not. No.
The Scunny one was great. It was a small. That was the one where everyone was sat on sofas, wasn't it?
I wasn't on a sofa. I was on a stool at the back.
Was it Scunthorpe that was in that kind of? It was like a community centre.
It was. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
yeah.
a really nice place. Like, it's a very relaxed kind of vibe. Okay, well then I should just say, guys, we sold out Manchester for tomorrow, but I've released the final 2 tickets. There are 2 tickets that have been added to take us up to the magical number of 69 tickets. So if you want them, ticketsource.co. It's sold out. They've gone. I've just checked online. Those tickets have gone, guys. We are sold out. So that's that. What have you got for us, Kerry?
Well, I listened to your Gary Glitter podcast over the weekend, and I just wanted to how did it leave you feeling when you'd finished it, the interviews with people?
Okay, so for those who don't know, we made this documentary a couple of years ago that me and Kath, that we tried to sell, that we couldn't, and when I lost my job at the BBC, I found myself watching a lot of videos of Gary Glitter on YouTube, and because I used to really like him, but having mixed feelings about it. And so that inspired me to discover that there was a huge Gary Glitter online community and going and meeting them and stuff. How did I feel about it? The people whose houses I went to, I really enjoyed. They were just nice, middle-aged blokes who dug the music, and they thought what had happened was shameful and outrageous, but they just dug the music, and they could kind of separate the two, which I can understand. The lady and the younger gentleman who I spent an afternoon and an evening with, they were really nice people, but I thought their attitudes towards the hideous crimes that Paul Gadd has committed against children, I thought their attitude was a little bit. There was a bit that I got in a bit of an argument with the woman whose name escapes me, that we didn't record after she'd had a few drinks, when she was a little bit more open about her views on it and was blaming the kids and the kids' parents.
Were they the people that went to support him in court?
Yeah, that was weird.
I know. You see, I was okay. I was with you right up until that.
Yeah.
The guy who said he put his records in the attic and he didn't want anything to do with it, and then he came across them years later and he played them and it brought back all sorts of memories. I was with, but as soon as it got to the part where the people went to support him in court, I thought, this is dodgy. They're either, unmentionables, or they are fame hungry, or they are some kind of strange people.
They were. Go on.
No, I'm saying I was a bit conflicted though, because I'm 56. So when I was 16, it was the mid-70s, and it was, although it wasn't called glam rock when I was 16, it became glam rock. Yeah. And loved all that, Mark Bolan, T-Rex, David Bowie, Bay City Rollers, all that, Gary Glitter included. And so I was a bit conflicted because I really like the music too, but obviously I hate the heinous crimes that he did. But having said that, I'm a big Woody Allen fan. I absolutely love Woody Allen films. Yeah. And I know he hasn't been convicted of anything, but he's been accused of stuff. And
we talked about this before, and I got in a lot of trouble. I think the Woody Allen situation is a lot less clear-cut, and it's a lot greyer. Glitter has been convicted, and there are loads of people that came out and spoke out against him, and he definitely raped children. That happened.
Exactly.
The Woody Allen thing has been investigated twice, and no prosecutions were made. Doesn't necessarily mean that he's not done anything. But there was a really interesting article about a month ago from one of Mia Farrow's other children, I think an adopted son, who was there at the time of the alleged incident, and he completely blows it out of the water.
Yeah.
I think Okay, I'm going to say it. I'm going to nail my colours to the mast. I think Woody Allen is innocent of that.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah, and I'll get a lot of flack for that.
Anything. I don't know anything about anything, but I feel that too.
And that's not me picking him because he's my favourite, because I'm not a massive Woody Allen fan. I was a bigger Gary Glitter fan, but I, from what I have, what do we know really? But from what I've read and what I've seen, I think he may be innocent. But yeah, was the bit in the documentary, because I've not heard it, when the guy that went to court every day, where was the bit in there? Did we leave it in there where he said that he was sat behind one of the victims?
Yes. Yeah.
That was weird, wasn't it?
It was weird. Yeah, it was weird.
And it was really tough, because I was trying to pretend to be like Louis Theroux or someone, or John Ronson, and it was really tough to kind of sit there and go, I nearly swore then, and not say, not have a go at him for that, because he said was that order.
If they said they'd gone to court to listen to the facts, to find out both sides of the story, I could half understand that, but they hadn't. They'd gone to support him, and I didn't like that. It didn't sit right with me.
When I was out with them seeing the Glitter Band, there was one point, there was a lull in the conversation, and the young gentleman suddenly clapped his hands together and rubbed them with glee and went, "Only 5 more years until the release party." And I thought, come on, man.
Oh, dear.
But I like Gary Glitter's music, and I still listen to it from time to time.
Yeah. I mean, the guy who said that he, evoked all sort of memories, that's what it does for you. It was my Take That, it was my, Boyzone of the time, and it's such a terrible, terrible shame. But
there's speaking of the Bay City Rollers, I don't know a lot about them, but I watched a great BBC One documentary from about 5 years ago on YouTube about the Bay City Rollers. Check that out. Go and find that, because that was really interesting. Yeah.
Speaking of YouTube, Dr. Pimple Popper, she's got a YouTube channel. I don't know whether you know that.
Oh, mate, I know it's filth, isn't it? Have you seen her TV show?
No, I've only seen it on YouTube.
I've got to thank Dave, who sends me hooky versions of it. We skip past the stories and go straight to the bit where she cuts it open and squeezes it. There was the guy the other day, he had a cyst above his knee the size of a baby's head. And, the cottage cheese that came out of that was incredible.
Oh, God. I'll just
Thank you, Kerry. Go on.
All right, then. No,
go on. What are you going to say?
No, I was going to say, while you're on YouTube looking at Dr. Pimple Popper, just look at Gambia mango worms. I'll just leave it at that.
Oh, right. Thank you, Kerry. Very, very suspicious. I'm going to go to 0344 499 1000 is the telephone. What was that? What did she say? Gambia? Mango worms. Okay, Gambia mango worms. All right. Katherine, are you still there?
I am still here.
Okay. It's you, isn't it? Gambia mango worms. No. Oh, here we go. Mango. Yorkies are not made from mango worm. Gambian dogs. What is this? I don't know. Kerry's just told us about mango worms.
Yeah, I heard.
So there's a dog. Oh, baby! Oh! What the? There's a Yorkshire Terrier. Oh my God! There's a Yorkshire Terrier lying prone, and someone is kind of just squeezing its flesh, and maggots are popping out. Maggots are just popping out.
Of what?
This is just of the dog's flesh. Oh, that poor little thing. Oh, not in its mouth. Not in its mouth. Not in its mouth. Come on. It's just, they're just squeezing the flesh and they're just coming out. Look.
Oh, that's
Oh my words. Katherine, you've got an update. There's another one. Look. You've got an update on the moon.
Yeah,
we'll come to it. Okay. We'll just try and save the tension. We'll come straight back to you after these adverts. Is that okay?
No.
Thank you very much.
Jacked up jive talk for janitors, jazz cats, and gin-soaked boys and girls.
Is that Commando?
If you're awake, you're welcome.
I've got 5 cactus needles stuck in my...
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Guys, oh geez, if you're watching on the YouTube channel now, you're seeing the mango worms. Carey is one. So basically, that is the most. So it's dogs. So I guess it's in Nigeria, and they have like a sort of bald patch of skin that look like it, isn't it? It's got a fly that burrows in, and it looks like little pimples on the flesh, and the vet is squeezing the pimples and out pop. Sometimes they crawl out slowly. There's one on his face. Sometimes they fly out. It's like squeezing a zip. They're maggots. They're maggots. Squeezed out. Here we go. If you're watching on the YouTube channel, you are... It is... Oh! No, 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 no! Oh, no! Oh, my God! Oh, my God! Oh, Chelsea, I'm so sorry we brought this filth into your house. You've got... dogs, a dog and 2 cats. Yeah. I mean, it looks satisfying. Like don't want that. Oh my word! Oh, we're going to go to a mouse. Sorry, Laura.
Yeah, that's me.
Hey, Laura.
Hiya.
Hello, Laura. Don't Google Gambian mango worms.
Sorry.
Hello.
Yep. I'm just basically phoning to say that I'm looking forward to seeing you when you come up to Glasgow.
Hey, are you coming?
Yeah, I've not booked a ticket yet. Lack of funds, but I'm booking it soon.
Okay. Well, okay, you book it when you can. Let's just say there is going to be plenty of seating to choose from, because it turns out I've got to turn that off. I can't watch that anymore. There's going to be plenty of seating to choose from. Laura, so you'll find a space. Now, are you coming on your own, or are you bringing someone with you?
No, I'm bringing my daughter with me.
Hey, fantastic! How old's your daughter? 3.
26.
There we go. Beautiful. Oh well, listen. What me and Catherine like to do after the show is we pack all our bits and pieces up, and then we come out. And if you want to say hello and have pictures taken and all of that, we come and say hello to everyone and thank them for coming.
Because I know you've been saying on the radio you've not got a lot for Scotland, but I think you'll be surprised.
No, we've not got a lot.
I think you will be surprised.
We get more than 35.
Because you have got a lot of fans
All right.
here.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. I love Scotland. My family, my grandparents, my granddad and my dad's side is from Aberdeen, and my dad his ashes are somewhere in Fife, not that far from Edinburgh. I might go and visit his ashes, and let him know how we're missing and all that. I might do that.
My daughter's in Fife tonight.
All right. Well, I might go up and say hello to my dad. Hey, Laura, I'm looking forward to it. It'd be nice to see you. Thanks so much for the call.
No bother. No bother, Ian. Okay,
thanks, Laura. See you soon. Let's go to... We've got Catherine. Hello, Catherine.
Hello, it's me. I'm here in Stockport.
Oh, it's Catherine. It's Catherine. Oh, okay. What? Well, can we come back to you in a minute?
No.
Is that okay? Okay?
No.
Well,
no.
I'm going to go to a caller if that's all right. Let's go to... Is it Uli?
Yeah. Yuli.
Hey, Uli. How's it going? Yuli.
All right. Yeah, okay. Yuli.
All right. Party time.
I've been wanting to speak to you ever since you've been talking about Dr. Pimple Popper, because I wanted to tell you about the worms. But then after you've gone to the worms, where you end up in the kind of evolution of watching squeezing things, is a thing called jiggers. Ugh. Are you familiar with jiggers? Yeah.
I don't know. Are you punking me here?
No. If you YouTube jiggers, and it's basically the worms, but they're in people's feet.
Oh, hang on a minute. Casey's telling me, what is it? Human version of mango worms.
Yeah.
So I'm going to type in jiggers worm. Oh dear God! Oh dear God! Oh my God! All right, It's like a flea, according to this. Okay, let's cut to the quick.
You pick it up when you're walking on the ground with no shoes.
Well, my youngest was walking on the ground with no shoes yesterday.
Well, beware of the jiggers.
Oh, this is... That's just the start. That's just cutting the skin off. Oh! This is... Why have you told me this, Yuli? Why would you tell me this?
Because Dr. Pimple Popper basically is a gateway drug, and this is where you end up.
Oh, no! This is like having a cheeky little split behind the bike sheds, and now I'm sucking on a crack pipe.
Yeah, and now you're watching somebody hack off chunks of somebody's flesh off the bottom of the feet.
Oh,
you won't go back to armpit cysts after this, because there's nowhere else to go.
Is it wrong that I'm feeling a little bit aroused by this? Is that bad? Is that bad? Yeah. I think Casey's just being polite because her partner's here. I think we found your thing. Yuli, you're a sick man.
Okay, well, I'll be sick tomorrow.
Let me know.
I'm seeing you with my partner at Affleck's tomorrow.
Oh, well, listen, if you've got any DVDs of this stuff, you bring it over, buddy, and I'll pay you top
I'll just
dollar
show you my
feet. Okay. Go on, you dirty boy. Thank you, Yuli. Oh, man. Catherine, you really should be here listening to this, because this is great. This is probably the best show we've ever done. You should be part of this.
It sounds bloody disgusting, and I'm glad I can't see it.
Yeah. No, you really should be a part of this show. What are you doing outside, for crying out loud? Where are you?
I'm looking at the moon. I've been looking at the moon for ages. The neighbours are going to think I've gone mad.
Okay, what are you looking at the moon for?
Do you want to hear what I'm doing? Okay, right. It is another beautiful night here in Stockport. I can hear the distant sound of the traffic and also occasional flights overhead from Manchester Airport to sunny climes such as Tenerife and St Tropez. Meanwhile, that's the usual thing. Meanwhile, what is unusual is the state of the moon, which is red. Can I come in now?
Okay, that was... I'm kind of thinking it's fun that maybe you could stay out there for the whole show.
Well, here's the thing. I can't actually see the moon. I'm just making it up. I can't see it.
Oh, flipping it, man. That is an Ofcom you've just done.
Well, I mean, I don't even know whether those planes were going to... Tenerife and that. I don't know where they're going. There are planes, though. That's true. That part was true. It's a bit cloudy, though. Right. There's another one. Do you want to hear it?
All right.
Shall I point
No, come in. Come in, mate. Come in.
Thank you.
Come in.
I'm coming in.
Come in, please. Just cut her off.
I'm coming in now. I'm coming in.
Okay. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. If you want to give us a call, you'd be very, very... Oh, that was quick. Where were you? Okay. Could you pour me a glass of Schlur, please? Yeah. Or I'll swig it from the bottle. Oh, do you know? I'll have some. Oh, I tell you what, I'd love. Could I have half a Schlur and half a lemonade, please? Isn't it? Hey, it's a cocktail. I've just broken something. Okay, Jerry's on the line. Good evening, Jerry.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, Jerry. I'm wondering why my really expensive microphone is not doing the job, and people are stuck.
You've gone. Over here. You've gone. Can't see you. You've gone. Have you hung up on me? You've gone. I can't hear a thing. Hello. It's cheap and nasty. Cheap and nasty. In my hand. Mr. Ian. Wait a minute. I can't hear. Hurry back.
Jacked up jive talk for janitors, jazz cats, and gin-soaked boys and girls.
Is that Commando?
If you're awake, you're welcome.
I've got 5 cactus needles stuck in my...
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Well, Wasim's gone back to being a weirdo.
We knew he would.
Hot and kettle to me being boring, Ian. But I did want to discuss Brexit. I was just pulling your ponker, buddy. So I think you meant to say you didn't want to discuss Brexit. So here's the thing. If you phone up and say you want to talk about something, I kind of assume, we're back, by the way, the microphone dropped out. Catherine pulled a lead out.
I'd never.
I kind of assume that, I don't know, that's what you want to talk about? Chill out, lol. Yeah, get stuffed. Are all the drivers installed? I don't think I need drivers for a Yeti, do I? Do I need drivers for a Yeti? Jeez. Who knows? 03444991000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Catherine and I are Airbnb-ing.
Yes.
Isn't it nice?
It's a lovely one. And we're not the first celebrities to stay there.
Yes, man. So, have a guess. Meryl Streep has stayed there. Meryl Streep has stayed in the same place.
And who stayed downstairs? Judith Law.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't really listening then.
Yeah, Jude Law stayed downstairs.
But Meryl Streep, we are Airbnb-ing in an apartment in Manchester that Meryl Streep has Airbnb'd in herself.
We're playing Streep roulette because I've got the downstairs room.
Streep.
I've got the downstairs room and Ian's got the upstairs room. We're wondering which one of us is sleeping in the street.
She would have slept in the upstairs one.
You reckon?
Yeah, it's just got that star vibe about it.
I wouldn't know. You'd not let me have a look.
No, and I will not because I'm very particular about my sleeping arrangements. But it's just got the star vibe. The star vibe may be there just because is that cat going to jump out of that window?
He does stand quite straight. Yeah.
Does he? Does he jump out?
Well, that's it. When I was outside doing my moon report, the cat was looking like he was going to join us.
Oh, I love cats. I know you've got a dog, and I know you've got a dog under sad circumstances, but cats are where it's at, man. Cats are where it's at. Look, he's got a little collar on saying, "Please do not feed me." How humiliating is that? Although, I think maybe I should get something like that. I think I need something that, my weakness for foods at the moment. I think I need something where, Did you get? I'm going to ask a question, Phil. Is this the only lead you brought back? You didn't bring back? Okay, all right, fine. I'm just thinking maybe.
If you go onto the Apple website, it's saying that iMacs don't recognise it as a microphone.
What the hell? But I used a Yeti microphone on it. What the hell?
Actually, I'm on the website.
What the hell? Apple, I used it. I bought it because it could work on a Yeti microphone. Update yourself, Apple. Oh, that's annoying. It worked before. Maybe it's the latest.
I think it's a new update that they've done.
Oh yeah, I know what. Let's make an update where we get rid of some of the useful functions on there. Yeah, let's. I know what. Steve Jobs they do it with a little Ouija board. Steve, what would you like us to do now? Get rid of some of the apps and the functionality. Like what, Steve? And the moves Y, E, T. Yeti microphones. We'll get rid of it. Thanks, Steve. Screw you. Let's go to Harry. Good evening, Harry.
Hello.
Hello. Is that Harry?
Hello.
Hello. Is that Harry?
Hello, put the dick out. You sound like you're down a hole. Hello.
Harry's going to get a slap.
Ian?
It doesn't sound like I've got a dick in my mouth.
Hello.
Sam, come on there. Just tell me. You could. Shut him up for a second, but don't cut him off because Harry's going to...
Okay.
Sam, can you hear us?
I can, yeah.
Right, so Harry's being an idiot, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, okay, thanks. Put him back on.
He said that and a boy's like, why are you surprised?
Yeah. Harry, you're being an idiot, mate.
Hello?
And I'm going to kill you. This isn't even a joke now. We're going to keep talking, Harry, because the longer you stay on the line, the better the triangulation process... Yes, that's because you're an idiot. The better the triangulation process, we can get it down to a postcode. Let's just listen to Harry do his little performance piece.
Can't hear him.
He's now starting to masturbate.
This is very natural acting. That's exactly what people
Nothing going on here. Is that all you got, Haz? Cut him off. Cut him off. Idiot.
What a plum.
Schlur is a great drink. Can we... It's wine for cowards. Can we get sponsored? Can you email Schlur?
Yeah. What am I saying?
Is Schlur owned by Cher?
Sure.
Is it?
Should I just write to Cher and cut out the middleman?
Can you tweet Cher and ask her if we can get sponsorship for Schlur?
Yes.
There we go. All right. 03, I need to see the clock, Catherine, because we're going to the news and I want to hit the news bang on time.
Well, then stop telling me that I have to email 60s pop stars.
I didn't say email, I said tweet.
I'm not tweeting her.
Tweet Cher about Schlur.
No, she's very angry on Twitter.
0344 499 1000. The first hour was just what I like to call warming up. The second hour is when we're really going to hit our stride. So please call, because we haven't actually got any papers here. We haven't got any information. We haven't got anything. So that will be awesome. 0344 499 1000. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
Get an earful of unusual nocturnal emissions with radio's Lord of Misrule, Iain Lee. No relation, thank God.
Unfiltered Night Talk with the original king of unconventional conversation.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. If you want to give us a call, you'd be very, very welcome to. This is the Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee and Catherine Boyle. We are coming live from Chelsea's apartment. Apartment, that's an American thing. I don't know why I said that. I like the word apartment. Appartement is in France. Apartment in America, and we say flats. What is that about? That's just stupid. So I'm going to stick with apartment. So we are here. We are in Stockport. Catherine, have you got any Stockport facts?
Well, Stockport, home, of course, of...
Stockport United!
Probably. And it was where the ports were stocked from. And also where they invented the stocks. And also where they boiled animal carcasses to create a delicious liquid known as stock.
Beautiful. So that's where we are. We're in Manchester tomorrow. I think there are still 2 tickets for the show. Here's the thing, right? Can I tell you something? Whenever I mention, there's 1 ticket left for tomorrow night's show. Whenever I mention that the tickets are for sale on our website, someone goes and tries to book all the block books all the tickets, so that no one can book the tickets. So that's why. So we then had to set the limit to 6 tickets per person, so that they could only block book 6 tickets. And they don't buy the ticket; they just pretend that they're going to buy the ticket and hold it for as long as they can before they kind of get booted out. And it just stops other people buying them, right? And they've been doing it every time I mention it on air. So it's a listener, and every time I tweet, they go to, it can't be a bot. Right? I think I know who it is, Alex. I think I know. But what a strange thing to do. What a peculiarly queer thing to do.
Nothing surprises me anymore. Nothing.
It doesn't really. No, Tim Stone, I'm broadcasting from your backside, you bell. That guy's an idiot, but I don't block people on Twitter anymore, so...
he listens, though, doesn't he, a lot?
Every night.
Considering he's such a pain.
Every single night. No, we are broadcasting from my laptop computer, sans Yeti expensive microphone, because you need a USB 3 for it. These things happen. And we'll get by, it's not the greatest sound quality. I don't know, I can't listen. I don't know. I was going somewhere there, and I've completely lost my train of thought, Catherine. Just reverse. What were we talking about?
Tickets.
Oh, yeah. It's like the YouTube channel. There's this guy who goes under the name of Onion because he's a bell. If you go under the name of Bellend. And him and his cronies are the reasons we don't have chat on the Periscope, right? Which I think is actually the right direction to go, because they turn it into a cesspit. And it's not just, saying, oh, this show is SH1T, but being physically abusive. You know, Ian's fat, and Catherine's asleep. All these horrible things, really nasty, horrible things. And listen, if you want to watch the show and criticise the show, and first of all, I don't care what you say. I don't actually care if you want to say the show is SH1T, or I don't care about that, because you're wrong, and because I know the show is brilliant, man. But if you want to go on and say that, and then maybe suggest a way it could be improved, or it's a constructive criticism, then that's groovy, man. Then do it. But just to come on and say that, Catherine is a BITCH or I'm an SH1T, what is the point of that? So anyway, this guy. So we closed the chat of Periscope, meaning if you want to type chat while watching it, you've got to go to the YouTube channel. And so this guy and his mates set up fake accounts every night, like maybe 10 fake accounts, that will either be, they tend not to be rude about me, because they know that I know karate, but being personally rude about you. One of them was being rude about one of the other women on. It's always women they go for.
Strange that, isn't it?
It's always women that they go, it's tough guys.
It's probably the only time they actually speak to a woman.
I would imagine so. It's, well, Scott has just put on YouTube, I've seen things written in the Periscope group that make Mein Kampf look like a romance novel. It's just the weirdest thing. And it's always attacking, as I say, women. Why? I don't understand why you would do that. And then to set up a fake account to use on YouTube, that takes quite a bit of effort, I think. That's not you've got to verify that account. It has to be verified via emails and passwords and things. So the internet, I don't know. The internet is good because it's letting us do this show. That's it. But I think the internet, really, I think it sucks. I think it's more harm than good. Imagine being a kid growing up with all of this. I'm at a stage today. Go to Tesco. Well, how can I go to Tesco? I'm doing an award-winning radio show. I would love to go to Tesco and get a USB 3, but that is simply not possible. And I can't send Catherine out.
I can go.
Well, where is it? You might get murdered.
Yeah, I might.
We're up north.
I think I'll be all right.
We're up north. This is, apart from London, which is the stabbing capital of Europe, this is the ecstasy killing spree capital of Europe.
What, Stockport?
The north.
No.
Everyone's on ecstasy. I'm on ecstasy to fit in. But people are running out there with shooters. You go into any pub up north. What would you like? A pint? Do you want a shooter with that?
A shooter?
You want a shooter with that?
Oh.
So what I'm saying is, right?
Go to Tesco.
No, I'm not saying go to Tesco, because if you go to Tesco, you'll get shot.
I think you're doing this to make me want to go more.
Well, they won't. The Tesco isn't going to have a USB 3. Is it? Of course it's not. It's not. It's not like what do they call it? A mega Tesco.
It is.
Is it a mega Tesco? Oh, how far is it?
5 minutes.
Would she get shot by someone on ecstasy?
Should we go?
Okay.
We can report live from Tesco.
You've got to get a USB 3 and it's got to fit that. Take it.
I'm not taking that. They'll think I've got a shooter.
But I know that I'm not you, because you're going to get the wrong one.
What? You take a picture of it.
There we go. That's it. But it's got to be USB 3.
Yes.
This is. Can I turn the fan off while we're? Thank you. There we go.
USB 3.
Okay.
USB 3. USB 3. USB 3. All right.
Where are the phone calls? Jeez, come on, guys, pick up the phone. I'm not even right. Okay, I'm not saying anything now until one of you slackers picks up the telephone and calls in 0344 499 1000. Right? Here we go. So just let that work. Let's go to Craig. Hey, Craig.
Evening, guys. How are we?
Yeah, we're good, Craig. I've just sent Catherine on a mission.
Okay. Okay. To Tesco's.
Yes.
Okay. You guys are aware that USB 3 is a socket on a device rather than something you plug in something.
No.
Okay. So all USB 3 is a standard USB socket.
Right. Paul's quiz on Twitter has said the problem with the not recognised Yeti microphone on Mac are reported online. You need a special higher capacity USB lead, USB 3, rather than bog standard USB lead.
The USB lead is a standard socket USB lead, which is USB A. I think it is.
I want to die now.
Is standard. It depends on the socket on the machine. So on the laptop or the computer, if the little tongue in the middle is blue, that's USB 3 on the laptop or computer.
Right.
Or device. If it's black, it's USB 2. Now,
shut up. How come this microphone worked on this computer 7 months ago? Answer me that, Craig.
It could have actually been down to an update or something like that. So you could
cut him off.
Be a software issue.
Cut him off. I'm not having that negative vibe. I'm not having that negative vibe on the show. No, I'm not having that. That is a negative vibe there. Hopefully we get a positive vibe from Nick. Good evening, Nick. Hello, Nick.
I'm on a private hire driver, so if I cut you off, I'm just about to pick my passenger up.
Okay.
Because I was left holding, but I just want to say how good your show is, and it gets me through the night, really. Oh. And I really like the way you debate with people, and you're a very intelligent man, sir.
Are you sure? Did you mean to phone in Nick Abbott on LBC?
Weird. I meant to phone up you.
Really? This is incredible.
Yes.
Hey, is it any good tonight, or is it sounding a bit ropey?
Well, no, I've got some passengers in the back now. I've just picked them up for the casino. Lads, would you just like to say hello to Ian?
Hello.
So a bit louder.
Hello.
They don't sound... are they going to the casino or coming from the casino?
No, they're coming from the casino, Ian.
They sound like they lost. They sound like they lost a lot of money.
Hang on a minute. I'll just ask them. Have you lost, lads?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
knew it!
I think they'll have to explain that to their wives.
I think so. I bet they've lost about 500 quid each.
I don't know. It's none of my business how much they lost, but I think they have lost, Ian.
It's a mug's game, Nick. It is a mug's game.
It certainly is, Ian. I'd just like to say I've been there myself, and I mean, I've been in casinos. I've played till about 7 o'clock in the morning. I left when the daylights are the sunrise and all that. And yes, you are right. It is a mug's game, mate.
Hey, listen, man, you're a good man, Nick. Thank you very much indeed. Let's go to let's go to the adverts.
Dead of night discourse for disco queens.
I'm related to Jedward and Dolly Parton.
Dairy farmers and distant fathers.
Yeah, well.
The late night alternative with Iain Lee.
Doing lots of things that we don't know about, we can't control.
On Talk Radio.
Yes, great.
Graham Knows on Twitter. Go and look at Graham Knows. Knows. Go and read that guy's Twitter feed. Yeah, he's normal. He's not some kind of deviant. Sam?
Yeah.
Have you got Catherine's phone number?
I have, yeah.
Could you phone her up and let me talk to her? Because I think we've sent her on a fool's errand.
Okay, give me a second.
Thank you, man. We're coming live from a listener's house. Everyone's gone out. I could nick stuff. I won't. Let's go to Lorna. Good evening, Lorna.
Hi there, Ian. Lovely to hear you live from a listener's house tonight.
It's lovely to speak to you. They've been very, very kind and very generous to here, so it's lovely. How are you doing, Lorna?
I'm okay, thank you. Yeah, I was just wondering, Ian, if the logbook thing is still going on.
Oh.
Because I called you before. I wanted to the English representative to write the journal.
The logbook? here you go. The logbook is still going, but we need now. It's Gerard has got the logbook. Gerard, you've had it too long, man. Phone us up and arrange for that logbook. He's had it for ages, Lorna.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on. I don't know who's supposed to be having it next. I kind of leave all that boring. I leave all the writing stuff to Catherine because she's a spod. But Gerard has had it for ages, and he phoned up maybe a couple of weeks ago, and he said that he had it, but then we've not heard from him since. He needs to send that back and send it back immediately.
He does, yeah. Because I thought that it would be my turn about now.
Yeah, well, it should be, but I'm very, very sorry about that. We'll see what we get. How do you think you will treat the logbook, Lorna? What kind of stuff will you be doing with it?
I'll be treating it very seriously, putting down word for word, action by action, what's going on.
Action by action.
A true and fair reflection of the show.
I like your style.
Should it be ever needed in a court of law, I think.
I like, and that's exactly what it's about. That's exactly what it's about, Lorna. Well, listen, as soon as we get it back, I don't know if Catherine has a third logger lined up or not, but you will certainly get it at some point. That is an Iain Lee promise.
Okay, thank you very much then, Iain.
Thank you very much, Lorna. 0344 499 1000. Sam, come on, speak to me, Sam.
Yeah.
Where's Catherine? I should call Catherine. What's going on?
I gave her a ring and just rang out. Went to answer phone.
Ring it now. Let me put it on the line. Let me speak to the answer phone.
I don't know what that is.
What is that? That's us. That's the past.
There we go. Right, it's ringing.
Thank you, mate.
Hello.
Is that Catherine?
Yes.
Right. Don't go to Tesco because I don't think they'll have what you need.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Cheers.
Thanks a lot. Bye. Unbelievable attitude. What? Are you here?
Yeah, we're waiting for Phil to come back.
I don't think they're going to have it.
Did you have a tech department in the Tesco?
I'm told that the tech department closes early.
Oh.
That it's a little bit more complicated. Let's just relax. Let's just enjoy the vibe. There's a great vibe here, guys. Right. Let's go to Rainbow George. Good evening, George.
Good evening, Iain, Kath.
Don't kill my buzz, man. Don't kill my buzz.
No, I'm just very disappointed this evening. I haven't seen anything of the lunar eclipse, and not even the TV news channels are showing.
Well, hang on a minute. Is it a lunar? By the way, that cheesecake is amazing. Is it I thought it was a red moon. That's not a lunar eclipse.
It is a lunar eclipse, and it was.
But you can still see it.
Not in London, you can't. It's been too cloudy, and then.
No, you can see the moon.
I can't see the moon.
Actually, I've just been outside and I can see where the moon's supposed to be. You can faintly see it. I think it's eclipsed, and I think it was eclipsed when I was saying it was red.
Right, but you would have thought that the TV news channels would have shown us pictures of it actually happening.
It's been happening for thousands of years. I think people are bored of natural phenomena.
Yeah.
Oh no, this got such a big build-up, and it's all very anti-climatic. How do you say the word?
I don't know.
Anti-climax, anyway. And my mind is going back to this time in 1984 when I was thinking of starting up a party dating agency. And my party dating agency ended up becoming a political party. But now,
hang on, what do you mean a party dating agency?
A dating agency where you could meet people at parties, and I'm amazed that nobody has, in 34 years, nobody has done that. So maybe this is an opportunity for you to make a fortune and start up a party dating agency.
But that sounds like an awful idea. No, you go to parties and you date?
No, you meet people. You meet and mingle, and you have food and wine, just create a situation where people meet at parties. Why do you think that sounds bad?
So is everyone like an orgy, like a sex party?
No, just parties where people can meet other people, and instead of dating on a one-to-one basis, you can meet lots of people at a single party. I think if someone started that up, they would make.
Do you mean do you mean a party?
Yeah, he means a party.
Sorry?
That's what a party is.
What is what a party is?
That is what a party. You've just described a party.
Yes.
But you've not invented parties.
No, but parties that would ostensibly be like party dating agencies, and just I just think anybody that started that up would make a fortune. I really do.
Okay. Well, did you ever actually throw one of these sex parties that you're talking about?
Where do you get these sex parties from?
Huh?
I haven't been talking about sex parties. I'm just talking about creating a situation where people can meet other people in a party atmosphere.
Okay. But that is, Catherine's right. You're just describing a party.
Yeah, but I'm saying if it was actually a party dating agency, you would have any amount of people joining that party dating agency, and I'm sure someone is going to do it. I thought maybe you would be tuned into throwing parties all over the place.
I hate parties. I can't do anything worse. Oh God, I honestly, George. Parties are my least favourite thing ever.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I can't stand them. You got to go somewhere and talk to people, and I'm constantly thinking, right, what's the shortest amount of time I can stay here before I leave and not look rude?
I think London is going to become the party city of the world. I think everybody is going to come to London to party here.
Here's some good news, by the way, that people worried about Brexit and the impact it's going to have on the UK standing in the world. London is the cocaine capital of Europe. That's something to be proud of, isn't it, George?
Not particularly, no.
Okay.
I just think it is going to be Brexit to a London wonder city state, and then the future is a world with no countries. And,
here we go. A bank of a gazillion wonders.
A zillion wonders, yes.
Just a zillion.
And but I really am made to suppose that London will lead the way to that. London will lead the way to the Wise Islands, Wales Island, Scotland, England.
Okay. I feel like we're treading over old ground.
Yeah, but it's still nice to imagine it. And
I'm going to imagine sex parties. I can't stop imagining it now. I don't think I could have sex in a party atmosphere.
What if they gave you a hat?
I tell you what, you don't get anymore. And I saw this. There's a lovely picture. There's a really nice article in the paper, one of the papers this week, from Janice Long. Janice Long was Keith Chegwin's sister, isn't she? And she was writing about Keith Chegwin, and it was a really nice piece, right? And they had a picture of both of them from like the swap shop days. And you used to get so many of these in the 70s and the 80s, and they kind of dropped off in the 90s. The plastic bowler hat.
Yeah.
The plastic bowler hat that you'd have at parties, and they were patterned and all different. You don't get plastic bowler hats anymore, George.
No, well...
Glittery ones. Hang on a minute, glittery ones?
Well, I never possessed such a thing.
You get glittery ones at Centre Parks, we're being told.
I don't even know where Centre Parks is.
It's in the woods.
Is it?
Yeah.
Now he's interested.
Yeah, we go.
No.
And they have sex parties there.
Yeah, you keep going on about sex parties. Sorry?
I'd like to have sex with Freud.
Would you?
Siggy. Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you like to have sex with Freud, Sigmund Freud?
No, I did have links to Matthew Freud, but there was no sex involved. But
No sex, please, we're British.
So,
it's too hot for a serious conversation, George.
Okay, no, we don't have to be serious, but
we don't have to take our clothes off.
I really love what I really love what I'm being made to imagine the future holds, and I am convinced that London is going to become.
Here we go. Now we're going to mention Wise again.
No, but a wonder city-state leading to a world of wonders. And,
go back to a gazillion wonders.
Yeah, well, it's just creating a philanthropic, loving God to look after all.
No, we had this the other day. It won't. You want a robot God that will love everyone? Well, that won't work.
Yes, it will.
We've had this. Here's the thing. It feels like we've had this conversation like a gazillion times.
Yeah. And why can't you imagine that?
I've imagined it, and it was boring. It was a boring imaginarium.
I'm sorry to bore you.
No, I didn't say you were boring. I said that my imagining of it was it bored me.
What, imagining creating a philanthropic, loving God that looks after everybody and guarantees... I
imagined it and it was boring.
Boring to me? To imagine a future where nobody on this earth can be poor and everybody can be rich.
Yeah, I imagined it and it was boring. Yeah.
Really?
Yes! It was boring to imagine it.
I don't know how to answer that. I think it's very exciting to imagine it.
But we're all different. We're all different, and that's what makes the world such a beautiful and such a horrific place. Was that the cats?
Yes.
Wow. We're all different, and you get pleasure out of imagining that, and I don't, and I get pleasure out of buying a box of Beach Boys bootleg CDs, and you don't, and that's life, baby.
Everything's relative, and we're all related.
I've been told, James says, tell Rainbow George, parties, sex parties, and party dating already exist. Celebs Go Dating's Mixer, for example. George keeps coming up with things that already exist. Money, lottery the other day, now this. Is he okay?
Do they already exist? I've never seen a party dating agency advertised. I'm not aware of that existing. But anyway, I just think it's the best way of meeting.
Well, I've just got. If you go to party, here we go. I've just typed it in. If you go to partydating.net, there's a website all about dating.
I mean, it does look a bit pony, but still.
Okay, all right, there's one here, dating, dating.com. Dating. London's favourite alternative dating event. Find the connection before you find the right words. At we find you can make more of a connection with others without words to begin with. Oh, mate.
This is brilliant.
That's why we've created... This is brilliant. Get these guys on the show next week. That's why we've created a unique dating format with flirting games, eye-gazing, and no talking. At our events, you can expect a warm-up. A warm-up what? Oh, a warm-up to make you feel comfortable, relaxed, and happy, followed by silent flirting games and eye-gazing. Our excellent hosts will make you feel at home. Mate, there's silent dating.
Doesn't sound much fun to me, but anyway, I'm past all that. But I'm thinking of young people today and the way in which they they meet, and I just think it should be made much easier for people.
Hang on a minute, stay there. We might have someone who knows about sex parties. CJ? Hello, CJ?
Hello.
Yeah. First of all, CJ, because I'm so annoyed that I didn't bring the right lead for my microphone, and that we're doing this in a.
I've got the lead.
Does it sound all right? Well, have you?
Yeah, it's the little square end one and the USB.
But it's apparently, but it's got to be like a really good lead, because we found a lead, but.
It used to run me sound. You know those speakers you get that have got the water dancing in it.
I do, yeah. They're very, very classy, and they've got great audio.
Yep, it used to run some of them, and I have got that exact wire right in front of me. I just went through my drawers and I thought, I know I've got that somewhere.
But we found a lead that was the right lead, but my computer wouldn't recognise the Yeti.
I don't even know what a Yeti is. I thought it was a thing.
Oh, you're right. Okay. Have you, George wants to know about sex parties, CJ. Tell him your experience.
Well, out in Stockport, having a nice morning at karaoke. I did say morning, it was a karaoke morning. And we all drank a load of beer, then we came back to mine, we drank some bourbon, and we all got naked, and it was great.
Is that the kind of thing you're talking about, George?
No, I mean, in the past I was once referred to as Orgy Georgie, but it wasn't accurate,
well, you're missing out, pal.
I did used to have just Sunday afternoon parties at my home in Hampstead, and they were parties at which a few people met and got married, and are still married, and those are the sort of parties I suppose I might have been thinking of, but I'm thinking beyond that, and sort of venues all over the country when parties would be happening every night. And
there is things like that. They're called fetish clubs. You know, you can pop down to them and have a bit of a party and
little spanky,
spanky. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but that's really not what I'm imagining on a dating level, and just
people meet their partners in there. You know, it can happen. And...
Oh yeah, no, fair enough, but that is not what I'm imagining, and I'm sure
that's the only way that if you want to make a difference in the world with your ambitions, you got to go with the big old sex pies. You know, that's how you get people involved with these causes. If you do one of your events, Mr. George, and you say, come down to my launching of a party, there will be bumming, and, you know, it will be packed out, mate. Honestly, give it a go.
Not for me.
Does that help, George? You're gonna...
Not for me, no.
Okay.
It's just,
okay.
As I say, and I thought you might pick up on and make a fortune out of, but you don't seem to be able to tune into my...
You can't make money out of that. It's love, man. It's love.
What's love?
Love. It's all about love, man. You can't make money out of those sort of parties.
Can't make money out of love, man.
Dating.
All right, Orgy Georgie. Thanks for your call. Bye.
I enjoyed that.
I know you did, CJ.
By the way, the moon's always blood red in Stockport. That's just how the area is.
That's kind of just like the smoky vibe, is it? Okay.
Yeah. How are you finding Stockport? You all right?
I'm really annoyed about this microphone, and it's starting to throw me off the treadle a little bit.
Well, I put my headphones in listening on my iPad, stop it on my tablet, and it sounded better. It sounded a lot better with headphones on, so that's one solution.
Okay, but so you're saying it sounds rubbish, so...
It's just a bit echoey, that's it.
Right, can we get some egg cartons on these walls? Is that... it's really annoying, man, because this mic is an expensive microphone.
Yeah, you got all the bits.
This kind of thing in mind. I used it when I was in Australia. It worked perfectly. And I opened the box and the lead isn't in there. And it's just annoying, man. I feel like I've let the listeners down.
I'm enjoying it.
Shut up! I'm talking!
Whoa!
Will you shut your face? I feel like I've let the listeners down. I feel like I've let our boss down, because genuinely, because he lets us come out and do these things, trusting us that we'll do a good show, and audioly, it is not of the DAB quality that this goddamn radio station deserves.
Well, I've got the wire here. It's just sat here doing nothing.
But I don't think you don't know that is definitely the right wire, because we've got a wire here now.
That's like similar to it. So
yes. So cut him off now. I'm bored of him now. Bored of him. Dirty pervert. Dirty pervert. CJ. Hello, Mo.
Hey man, how you doing?
Yeah, what you got?
Well, the sound quality is just as bad as the show, to be honest.
Do you know what, Mo? If you just phoned up to slag me off, I don't want to talk to you. Don't want to take your calls anymore. I think you're a terrible caller. I think you're a rude human being. I think cut him off. I think you're a rude human being. I think you send out a dark vibe. I've tried to connect with you on a human level. You ain't coming on my show anymore, mate. If you don't like the show so much, stop listening to it. Do up your trousers. Put your dick away when I'm on the air and jog on. This is Talk Radio.
Late night conversation worth losing sleep over.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone. Play FIFA, Phil. Are you on FIFA 18?
I am, yeah.
I had FIFA 18 for my boy. I bought it for my boys. Expensive football game, Catherine.
Oh, yes.
And I went round the other day and they said, "Oh, we've lost FIFA 18." And I'm always at home, I'm on a disc. It's on a disc. And I always say, when you take a disc out, you've got to put it in the... And I said, well, and it's like 45 quid. So, and I said, I'm not buying it again. I'm not buying the disc again. Then we went to the sex shop and I bought them FIFA 16. Guess how much that is?
£8.
75p. Because once you get to the next one, so like FIFA 17 is probably like £2. And so once you get to the next one, everything is... and they were just as happy with FIFA 16 for 75 pence as they were with FIFA 18 for about 50 quid.
I'm imagining it's just like the players are in the wrong teams now and all that stuff. They're not going to know that, are they?
Yes. It's still the same. You run around and there'll be like a few extra skills or something than that. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. For the first time this evening, the switchboard is empty, guys. So if you want to give us a call, you can. We can talk about this. We can read this story.
Mm-hmm.
We can read this story that I have in front of me.
He's just awaiting sentencing now.
So what does that mean legally?
Means
sentencing. We can talk about it.
Yeah.
Because he's been found guilty.
Yeah.
So we can talk about
it.
Okay. So loads of people have been asking, and loads of people have been sending me emails saying, "Just think you should know this about Jonathan from Swansea." Guys, what am I, an idiot? I know what's going on. I know what's going on in the lives of all of our callers. So Jonathan from Swansea, racist Jonathan, as we used to call him, he's not called in for a while. Here is why. So he's in prison now.
Mm-hmm.
Right, okay. So this is from Wales Online. Man called for, quote, every Muslim in Britain to be killed, unquote, and said he would murder Jeremy Corbyn. This is Jonathan. Jonathan Jennings also warned Jews would get the same treatment as Muslims if they did not behave in a series of online messages. If they did not behave? Okay. A man has admitted posting a series of messages online, calling for Muslims to be gassed and put on bonfires, and boasting he would be first in line to Joe Cox Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn. Jonathan Damien Jennings also warned Jews that they would get the same treatment as Muslims if they did not behave, and called for prominent EU Remain campaigner Gina Miller to be hunted down and killed. Jennings, from Briannaman, posted the messages on the American-based social networking site Gab, which he tried to get us to join, do you remember?
Didn't he?
Which styles itself as a free speech platform. The 34-year-old pleaded guilty to 10 counts of publishing threatening written material to stir up religious hatred, sending an electronic communication conveying a threatening message, and sending an electronic communication of an offensive nature when he appeared at Swansea Crown Court via video link from prison. A plea hearing earlier this month had to be adjourned when the defendant took his clothes off, lay on the floor of his cell, and refused to enter the dock. Catherine Richards, prosecuting, said during a series of postings on the Gab site, Jennings wrote, "It will be a good idea if there was a burn a mosque day that Muslims should be placed on top of bonfires, gassed or killed on site, and that Hitler had been born 100 years too early." Jennings also called for Muslims to be forcibly sterilised and banned from preaching their evil creed until they could be physically removed from the country. Court heard he also boasted that he would be first in line to Joe Cox, Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn, should he ever become Prime Minister, a reference to the Labour MP who was murdered by a far-right extremist in her Yorkshire constituency in 2016. Jennings also called for the EU Remainer campaigner Gina Miller to be hunted down and killed. It's quite grim, and in another message warned Jews that if they did not behave, they would get the same treatment as Muslims. David Singh, for Jennings, said a psychological report into the defendant raised a number of concerns. You don't say. Judge Keith Thomas said he had read the report and noted that the psychologist who wrote it had not diagnosed any particular mental disorder. Sentencing was adjourned to August the 8th, and Jennings was further remanded in custody until that date. Discuss. So that's why he's not called in. Pretty grim, outrageous things to say, and he should be greeted with the full force of the law. Would never in any way try and justify what, because of it's horrendous, absolutely horrendous the stuff he's writing, and it's right that he's been prosecuted and should be going to prison. I have a but. And that but is that regular listeners to the show will know that, Jonathan and I have had an interesting call-in relationship, and at times he's been racist and obnoxious. At times he's been delightful, talking about old video games. Towards the end, when we knew the trial was coming up and he didn't want to address it, he was having some weird kind of thing about cat and humans are awful and all of this. And I've got to be careful, because if I say anything, if I say even 1% of a sentence that sounds like I'm in his corner, it's also good. People will interpret that as in some way me justifying those horrendous racist and Islamophobic and murderous, things that he said. I would never do that. I find Jonathan fascinating. I think he's a very complex character. I think his views like that are obnoxious. I suspect that there is some kind of serious mental illness. It's interesting the psychologist couldn't get a label, couldn't get a title, a diagnosis of a certain thing that he had. Oh, I don't know. I'm going to say it. Part of me feels sorry for him. Tiny part. Everything he said is awful. Everything he said is horrendous. And of course he should, he should face whatever the law decrees is the right thing for him to face. But I'm still allowed to feel a little bit sorry. Do you know what I mean? And I'm trying to choose my words really carefully, because some people will interpret it as me saying it's okay to say those things. Of course it's not. Let the law do its due process and let him face whatever penalty, punishment they give him. That's fine by me. But I still feel a bit sorry for him.
Find it interesting.
Come a little bit closer to
I find it interesting that they haven't been able to diagnose any particular condition.
Yeah.
Because there are sort of two Jonathans that we speak to, aren't there?
He won an award for best volunteer at his local Egyptian centre. There's the stuff with his mum and his dad. There's so many stuff.
But at the same time, if I was the one receiving these communications from him, I wouldn't want to know about all that.
No, exactly.
Terrifying.
Oh, it's horrendous what he's written. Absolutely horrendous. But there's a part of me that does feel a little bit sorry for him. A little bit. A little bit. And I'll watch what happens and some people agreeing and some people disagreeing. I don't know. Let's go to Paul. Hello, Paul.
Ian, how you doing, buddy?
I'm all right, thanks, Paul. What you got?
Man, that sounded really complex, didn't it?
Yeah, isn't it? Very, very complex. Yeah.
Yeah, you got a big heart, man. Don't apologise for saying what you said.
Well, it might be misplaced. It might be, it might be wrong. I might be wrong to feel like that. Yeah, it will be.
Misplaced, man. I don't think it's misplaced. Like, that's coming from a good place. That is.
I'm hoping that this is a turning point for him, and that he will realise that what he has said is unacceptable and will have upset and terrified a significant number of people. And who knows? I hope.
I always felt like when we were talking to him, he was saying things like to needle and to get a reaction, and he craved that kind of attention. I didn't really believe him half the time. Again, though, if you're the person receiving those messages, terrifying. And
if you go prison.
There was always a glimmer of a different Jonathan there, and it's just so frustrating that I don't know.
Anyway, Paul, what you got for us?
I've got a couple of things, actually, but if that's okay.
Yes.
The first one, probably the most important, is I'm looking for somewhere to stay on the 17th of November in the middle of Bath. So, the city centre.
Oh, is that when we're doing out? Is that for our show?
That is for your show, man.
You can stay at Kath's.
I don't live in Bath.
No, well, okay, we'll give him a lift back to yours. He's coming to see us. At least you can do is put him up.
Why don't you put him up? You'll have a big empty house.
I don't know if that house is ever going to happen. The way come closer to the microphone. The way it's going, I don't think. You're wrong, Ray. We got somewhere. You're wrong on that one. Okay. Well, you don't want to stay with a listener, do you?
No, I'm not asking for that. I'm just really some recommendations, because we always stay in the Premier Inns, the purple ones.
Airbnb, man. Airbnb it.
Is there? Because at the moment the Premier's like 180 quid, and that's loads, isn't it? I know, 180 quid for that night.
You are joking. That would get you a night in a luxury hotel in London.
There we go.
Get on the Airbnb, honestly.
Is it? I'll have a look. I'll make sure that I can get a night. Because the thing is, I don't want to drive there and back. I'd rather stay and have a beer and stuff. And but it looks like 180 quid. I'm gonna have to drive there and back.
No, don't get Airbnb, man. Sign up to Airbnb now. Go and have a look at it, and look through a few places, because I've done it a few times, and the only ropey one I had was the place we went to in Newcastle. Everywhere else has been great, it's if there's a couple of you, if there's one of you, it probably works out about the same as a hotel, maybe a bit more. If there's two or three of you, it's cheaper than getting 2 or 3 hotel rooms, definitely, man. And you're staying in nice apartments.
Cool stuff. Okay, well, I will definitely have a look at that, because me and my wife are gonna be going. So I've got tickets. Excited.
Do it.
The other things then. Talking about PlayStation games and stuff just a minute ago, and you said about having the discs. Everything I have is all the digital stuff these days.
Oh, mate, you make me puke. It's a con. The whole digital download thing is a con, because it means you can't trade them in. You can't. It means EA Sports and Ubisoft. They own you, man. They own you, and if they want to take that content back, they can.
They're not going to take it back, though.
You spent 50 quid on a game and you haven't physically got anything. It's on your hard drive and it's up in the cloud, right? If I spend 50 quid on a game in a month, I can sell it online for maybe 15 quid, or I can take it into Sex and get maybe 8-9 quid for it and trade it in for you. But if you've got it on your hard drive, that's it, man. You've got it.
Although, can I just add a note of caution there? Because I found out to my cost this morning that something I bought in 1995 is not going to work on my computer anymore.
You tried to play Monkey Island from a CD-ROM.
I love Monkey Island.
You tried to play Monkey Island on a CD-ROM.
Here's the thing. My daughter's been badgering me to sign up to, there's this thing called Animal Jam. It's supposed to be like a safe, animal-based sim game.
It sounds boring.
Oh, no, she loves it. And that's fine. And after our recent experience with Dodge Pots trying to circle her in other games, I was quite pleased to find something that was kind of safe. So she's been playing that, and then she started saying, could you sign up for it? And it's like £3.75 or something a month. And I went, no, that's a con. I've got something, though, that'll be way better. Monkey Island. So I whack it in, and we both sit there expectantly. And then I realised I haven't played it since 1995.
I love it. Go on. What?
Don't work anymore. No. Right. So I had to download one.
They re-released it.
Well, I know I'm going to sort that out, but what a game! What a game!
They re-released it with the modern graphics and stuff, and obviously I love Monkey Island. Monkey Island 1, there was no speech. They didn't introduce the speech until Monkey Island 2.
Subtitles.
I hate those Monkey Island games.
Oh my god, they're so good.
No, you don't. You love them, Ian. They're the best in the world.
They are. Are they like point and click?
Yes.
I flipping hate point and click. I would rather play a typing adventure than point and click.
Well, that's the next phase.
Honest to God, it's the best. But Monkey Island 1 and 2, amazing. Then they went 3D, then in the sort of...
See, you might as well bring him back to yours. And you can play Monkey Island with the dullard.
Once that comes, it's never going to be free because those kids will be on it all the time. They really do hog the computer.
Paul, thank you very much indeed. It's nice to talk to you. We will see you in Bath in November at ianlee.com/event if you want to get tickets for Bath at the Rondo Theatre. It's a great little theatre. Hello, Nigel.
Hello.
Hello, Nigel.
Hi, Ian. How are you?
You go near that window, Nige.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, there you go.
Hello.
Hello there.
Is that better?
It's better in as much as we can hear you, but some may consider that a disadvantage.
That's about right here. I went to Tunbridge Wells and sang last Saturday after speaking to you on Friday, I think it was.
Yes.
I sang for a whole hour on the bandstand for about 1,000 people. Outside the cafes, lots of people, because there was a farmers' market as well on Saturday.
And then security managed to pull you off. Did security pull you off?
I sang for a whole hour. Nobody took any notice.
That's a sign of a great entertainer if nobody takes any notice.
Lots of people film me with their video cameras and stuff.
Video cameras? Wow, you went back to the 80s.
I want to talk about the hotels, though, because... I went to a hotel in Tunbridge Wells and it was only £170 for bed and breakfast in one of the big posh ones.
Oh yeah, that's quite expensive.
It's quite an expensive place, isn't it, Tunbridge Wells?
Yeah, that sounds quite expensive to me. £170.
Is that quite expensive? 170 a night then?
Yeah, that's expensive. Yes.
Yeah, but I'm going to pay that because I'm going to have a holiday in Tunbridge Wells. As I go there a lot, I'm going to take a break.
You might as well.
But it doesn't matter. It's near to me, but it's still somewhere different.
Well, then that sounds absolutely beautiful for a holiday. That sounds perfect.
Mum's nearby as well. Oh, by the way, Mum, she had to have an X-ray on her back because she fell on her side. An X-ray. Have a heart monitor today, ECG, because they're checking on her heart as well.
And how's she doing? Is she good?
Well, she's not too bad, but it's going to take it. The physiotherapists are working on her to get on her feet. But
all right. Hey, listen, man. Hey, listen. We have to, Nigel. We have to go to the news. Yeah. Do you want to do a song when you come back?
I know I can't because it's late for the neighbours.
Screw you! Cut him off! Screw you! Come on, man. What is that? Thanks for your call, Nigel. I really appreciate it. 0344. Gavin, stay there. We'll come to you after the news. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. You'd be very welcome to, guys. Back, acoustically poor show this evening. That's what we do sometimes. This is the Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee and Katherine Boyle on Talk Radio.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
Take a far-out trip into the twilight zone of late night radio with Ian Doo-Doo-Doo-Doo-Doo-Doo-Doo.
Unmissable late night radio with the original king of unconventional conversation.
Make contact with Ian Lee.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Don't even joke.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. The Late Night Alternative, Mondays to Fridays on Talk Radio. Listen on DAB. Download the app or go to talkradio.co.uk. Sounding a little bit tinny, a bit echoey because we are coming from a listener's house. Chelsea and Phil. Well, Chelsea is the listener. Phil is the...
long-suffering.
Yeah, this is often the case. This show divides... it's very rarely both members of a relationship will dig the show. It's normally the bloke that likes the show and the girlfriend or wife
Tolerates it.
But occasionally it works the other way, as it does with Chelsea is the one with taste, and she's digging it, and they've gone and taken the dogs for a walk. So I think we're quite within our rights to
have a rummage around.
To have a little rummage around their drawers, huh? Don't
Who
you
lives
think?
in a house like this?
These guys do. I'm going to be honest. That cheesecake
was delicious.
That was out of this world. Because I've made cheesecakes are tough. To get an okay cheesecake is easy. To get a cheesecake that was amazing.
Yeah, and it's got glitter on it, and it's got blue streaks through it.
Got some good news.
Oh yeah.
Before the news, we put out fake news, and the fake news was that Nigel from Maidstone wasn't going to sing us a song. He's going to sing us a song. Is that correct, Nigel?
Oh, hi, Ian. I got me thingy bob ready.
What?
Oh, cheeky! Do you mean your tape player or your willy?
That'd be rude. Me karaoke I fixed up already. It's a karaoke machine. So would you like a song?
Yes. I'm just miming crudités on YouTube. Yes, we'd love a song, Nigel. What have you got for us?
Well, I'd like to do Carrickfergus because that's my favourite song, Carrickfergus.
It's my favourite song.
And it's not so loud. It's not a loud song either. So
it's... Perfect. We don't want loud songs. We don't want Blink 182 or Green Day.
Avril Lavigne.
We don't want that.
Did you manage Ian, did you manage to put up with the weather because it was so hot, wasn't it?
I didn't manage to put up with the weather, and I've killed myself.
Nigel, do you know what Ian did to me today? He locked me.
Don't tell him that.
He locked me in his car with the windows up. Right?
Oh dear.
Left me there for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Didn't even leave me a bowl of water. I could have died.
Dogs die in hot cars.
Yeah, it must have been 90 degrees, I think.
It was hotter than that, man.
What, 100?
Hotter than that.
Oh, what in Britain?
Yes, hot. It was like 200.
No.
Sing us a song, Nigel. Yeah. Sing us a song.
I'm just going to put the phone down on the floor so I can hold the mic.
Okie dokie.
I can only do one thing at a time. Here we go.
Here we go.
No, I think I best hold it. I'll hold it in one hand.
So okay, Nigel. You're the professional. Whoa. You started that too early now, you regret that.
1, 2.
1, 2.
I wish I was in Carrickfergus, where the castle.
That's insane.
Look out to sea.
See if I can land it on my finger.
There's an orb! Swim over the deepest ocean for my true love who waits for me.
That's all.
But the sea is wide and I cannot swim over. Nor have I the wings to fly.
Is that singing? Is that his mum?
Charlotte Church.
Oh. How old was she then?
To ferry me over my love and I. Is it alright?
Oh, yeah.
Bit flat. Bit flat. Are we finished?
Coming to the big finale now.
Okay.
Finale. I wish I was in the land of ever, where the mountains look out to sea, where flowers blossom
as I do remember, where my true love.
Hang on, it's gone wrong.
Oh, no! No!
The needle's stuck.
I'm going to guess the phone
Never
number
mind.
was Waits for Me.
I'm turning back now in
It's really flat
Carrickfergus.
Like the vibe. Oh!
I'm sorry about that, it keeps going off.
Oh, well, Nigel, if you keep going off, that can make it tough to sing.
Yeah, it's alright, you heard most of the song anyway.
You don't want to do the finale Acapulco?
Anyway, why don't you put a song on the other end and I sing to it?
Because I can't be bothered. Thanks for that, Nigel. Yeah, thank you. Bye. Oh, whatever. 03444991000. Good evening, Tony.
Hi, Ian and Kath.
Hello, Tony.
Main reason for calling is to apologise for my behaviour the other day. I can't remember.
Oh, this is Tony. Tony.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah.
You have nothing to apologise for. It just felt a bit weird.
No,
that
I do. The main thing was to apologise to both of you, but another point I was saying to your colleague was microphone-wise, I thought I could help you out with when you're on location or someone's house.
Yes.
It's more to do with the acoustics rather than the actual microphone or product. Using.
But
have you heard of reflection filters?
Yes, but let's go back to point one. You have nothing to apologise for, but it did feel a bit weird. You phoning the show. How often was it? 13 times.
Was it? Oh, I didn't. I remember you mentioning it a lot of times. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of times. And I'm. How's it going? Not drinking.
Yeah, it's fine. No. All I'll say is I've had a difficult 18 months, but there's no point talking about that or going into that. It's.
I'm just concerned that
since we spoke, is to move forward and positively. Is more of a.
Okay, because you sound drunk now.
Yeah, I've had a drink. Yeah.
Okay, because you were telling us that was the last night that you were going to drink, and then you were going to stop the next day.
Yeah. Well,
do you remember any? Do you remember any? Hang on a minute. Do you remember any of the 13 phone calls you made the other night? No. Do you remember any? No. Do you remember any of that evening?
Partial.
Okay. So were you in blackout then?
I haven't had a drink since then till tonight.
Till today. So you were in blackout then, man?
Yeah, probably.
Wow. How often do you have blackouts? But where you kind of wake up and don't remember how you got there?
Monthly, I'd say.
Monthly blackouts?
No. If I drink to that extent, yeah. But I won't drink every night. It's maybe once a month.
That's really worrying, man.
Mm.
So, what are you going to do anything about that, or are you cool with it?
No, I am doing things about it.
What are you doing, if you don't mind me asking? Drinking tonight, obviously.
Yeah, but I haven't had a drink since. So it's a week ago, is it? I think probably. Yeah, it's a week. Is it? Right. A week ago. Okay. Monday.
How long you been ringing for tonight to get on?
I think I phoned once, spoke to Sam, said about the acoustic side that I could help, and
you've been ringing for about an hour, and I wonder if you'll remember ringing for about an hour.
Excuse me.
I'm worried for you, brother. It sounds like you're that you might have a drink problem.
No, the main thing was to apologise for the night.
Nothing to apologise for.
And second thing is microphone-wise.
Don't worry about the microphone. We got the microphone covered. We're cool with it. We're cool with the microphone, man. So don't worry about that. I'm worried about you dying.
Well, the thing with the microphone though is when
I don't want to talk about the microphone.
It's actually what's behind you is more important than what's in front of you.
I don't want to talk about the microphone.
Think about that. Okay. When you build a vocal booth, that's
brilliant.
What you need to do.
That is brilliant advice. Thank you. It's appreciated.
So reflection filter.
We got that covered.
And,
we don't. The microphone is not an issue.
A board behind you.
We're not. That's fine. That's not going to happen. The microphone is not an issue.
No, that'll just improve things next to location.
Okay, that's great. Well, that's that covered. Thank you. I'm worried that you're going to die.
Sorry?
I am worried that you are going to die. Huh?
Extreme? Why are you saying that for?
Yeah, because you have a blackout once a month, and because you think you phoned us last week. You said once a month. That's what you said. I can only go by what you said. And you think you phoned us last week, and I think it was Monday.
Yeah, that's what I realised Monday.
Yeah. So I'm worried you're going to die, and tell you what's really interesting is that you've taken offence at me saying that. That's really interesting.
I can see where you're coming from, but I don't think it's interesting now.
Oh, I think your life is fascinating. I think your life is worth fighting for, and I think your life is the special and precious and magical and deserves to be enjoyed. And you're not you're going into blackout once a month and killing yourself, man.
No, it's probably not once a month. I mean, previous times maybe two or three. In the last 18 months, it might have been 2 or 3 months.
Do you know how often most people who drink go into blackout?
No.
Never. Most people who drink never go into blackout.
No, I mean when you go to bed and wake up, you forget what you've done the night.
That's not blackout. That's not blackout. Blackout is when you're awake and you're doing stuff and people around you.
Oh no! What I meant is you go to sleep, you wake up in the morning and think, what the bloody hell what happened in the last. I remember going there and I was there and there, but I don't remember getting home. That's what I meant.
You sound really, really pissed.
No, but I think we've got crosswise with the word blackout.
Okay, you sound pissed. Have we got crosswise on that?
No.
I'm just worried about you, man. I'm not criticising you. I'm not judging you. I'm not having a go at you. The great scheme of things, I don't care. I've got my own hassles and things going on. But as a human being, of course I care. That it sounds like you're not in a good place.
Yeah, no, not been for 18 months, but it's going to get better. It's got to. That's what I was going to say. The other point.
But what are you doing? You haven't got to apologise about anything. We've discussed it.
More important, isn't it?
But it is. But you said that on Monday as well. But you won't remember that.
Did I?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, you said Monday was going to be the last day that you had a drink.
No. Well, I mean, yeah. Actually, you're right. Yeah. Just, because I don't normally drink.
We've got Hemda listening to us. She asked a good question on YouTube. What do you think about the blackouts?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I think we've got crosswise on the word blackout. What I'm saying is you go out, get drunk, and then most people, if they go out and get binge drink on a night out, they wake up in the morning and they have some hours of non-recollection.
No, they don't. They don't. No, they don't.
That's what I would say.
No, they don't. Most people don't. Most people don't have that.
They do. That's a quote.
They don't. Most people
do.
don't. No, they don't. Most people do not. Most people do not
I
forget.
don't remember what I
chunks.
did last night. What did I do? Oh, to my friend.
No, they don't. Most
do.
people don't. No, they don't, mate. Most people who drink do not wake up the next day and go, "Man, I don't remember anything that happened yesterday."
No, I'm saying remember 80% of the night, 20% of not remembering the night was intermixed.
Okay, I'm not sure what we're talking about now. Hey, listen, man, I'm only saying this because I don't want you to die, and that's it. That's it. Have you spoken to a doctor or a therapist or AA or a friend or anyone?
Excuse me. I went to see a consultant through the NHS maybe a week and a half ago, something like that.
How did that go, man?
But not very well. Obviously, he told me to go and fill a form in the hallway, and gave me a list of websites to look at.
So you not remembering what you did the night before. What do you think about that? You're cool with that?
No, it's only like tiny bits of not remembering, not the whole.
So what do you think about that? You think what do you think about that?
I think I told him that. I think I said that. I said, I didn't used to drink, and these things have, happened. I'm sure I told him that. Yeah.
Told who?
The consultant psychiatrist.
Are you happy that there are big chunks of your life that you can't remember because of alcohol? Are you happy with that?
No one would be happy with that, would they?
Okay. All right, man. It's nice to Tony. I wish you luck.
Okay, but the main points were I'm sorry about the other night, and
you have nothing to apologise
I will
for.
listen. I will divulge what you've said tonight, and the second thing was to help you with the sound.
Hey, I've got an idea.
Side.
Can you join me in an experiment?
Well, yeah.
Phone me up on Monday and tell me what I said to you tonight.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah. What
you
time?
Up for that?
Anytime
between 10 and 1. Give me a call on Monday and tell me what I said to you tonight. No listening back. Don't listen back.
Well, I didn't listen back to the other evening when I was.
No, I know. All right, listen.
I knew it was an arse. Sorry.
Tony, don't even worry about the other night. You're a good man, okay? And we'll get there, brother.
Thanks for your help.
Take care, man. Ta-ta. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. This is Talk Radio.
No rules nocturnal nattering for nightbirds, nurses, and Nosferatu.
All right, cool.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000. That was a tough call. I'm glad he called back. I don't know. He called us 12 times on Monday, something like that, and. Saying that, I don't remember what I did yesterday. So, but that's not through alcohol. It's certainly not through current alcohol. It may be through past alcohol and past chemical imbibations. Is that a word?
Okay.
I'm going to go with that.
Do it.
I'm going to go with that. And also, just flip it right. Just indulge me. Just indulge me for a second, guys. So today, I think, was either the third, possibly the third, maybe even the fourth day I was supposed to exchange contracts on this flipping house, right? And so the way it works is the solicitor phones you up at 9:30 in the morning and says, right, I just have to go through this checklist with you and we're going to try and exchange today. So they ask you to confirm your name, the address of the house that you're buying, the place that you're living in, the amount of money that you spent. So they just got to confirm that.
Right.
And you go, right. They go, right, okay, we'll call you back later, and we're going to try and exchange contracts. And it's the most stressful, not the most stressful thing, but it's really stressful because you're then kind of waiting for that call, and then you send an email out at 2 PM going, any progress, guys? No, we haven't heard back from the seller yet. And then it gets to 5:15 and you get a phone call or an email saying, yeah, we've not been able to exchange today, so we're going to try and do it tomorrow. So today was the 4th day. And bearing in mind, I'm supposed to move in there on Tuesday. And they'd be shut over the weekend. It's not a bank holiday, is it?
No.
Oh, God.
I don't think so.
So they shut the week. So today, and the excuse yesterday was the seller's solicitor couldn't get hold of the seller. All right, well, that sounds a little bit dodgy bodski. And then the excuse today was that the seller's the person that the seller is buying from wanted a 20% deposit, not a 15%. That sounds like bollocks to me.
You can't just shift the goalposts like that legally, can you? So that sounds like balls.
So I've had to then send basically pictures of my willy flapping around, going, well, not literally, metaphorically, saying, well, if this doesn't happen, guys, I'm going to have to pull. I can't pull it out because it cost me a fortune so far. So I'm supposed to be moving into a house on Tuesday. Got the removal guys lined up. Oh, look, there's Kelly Betts. The removal guys are lined up for Wednesday, and there's no guarantee it's going to happen now, because now we're going to try and exchange on Monday, the 5th attempt at exchanging. I'm all ready to go. The money's there. Mm-hmm. Everything is unpacked. Let's do it, man.
So frustrating when you're waiting for someone else to do something that is within their power and that can change so much for you. But of course, to them, it's just another day, isn't it? Solicitors
just
don't give a
another
monkeys.
day for you and me in paradise.
Yeah.
Oh, I think twice. It's just another day for you and me. Phil Collins, wasn't it, about homeless people?
It was, yeah.
So that's. So you were with me in the car when the sat nav flashed up that I had an email, so we pulled over. We pulled over into the nearest service station and read it, and it said it's not happening today. And it's just this. Oh man, it's just the stress of the whole thing. Damn it! But yeah.
It will be over soon. It will.
0344 499 1000. It's sounding a little bit tinny this evening. It's because we are broadcasting from Chelsea and Phil's apartment. Thank you so much for letting us come and hang out here. You're doing some selfies there, Chelsea? You're rocking.
Snapchat.
Now, is that the one where it disappears after 20 seconds? Okay, fine. I've just got my finger on the pulse.
You can change the time now, though, so you can have it on for like a minute.
Okay. And who are you Snapchatting to? You're a grown woman.
I'm Snapchatting my cousin in Australia.
Beautiful. There we go.
Enough.
Is this now? This isn't the one that's got a crush on me. That's your aunt.
It's her daughter.
Okay. Right, there we go. So I'm going to be making an international
love call, love connection.
I'm making an international love connection, and
collection.
A love collection, and I may have to ask everybody to leave the room.
Oh God!
As I loosen my belt.
Oh.
I don't know how the conversation's going to go. I'm a passionate guy. It's hot. I'm a little bit delirious in the heat. My trousers are really tight. I just don't know what's going on. Please don't judge me.
It's too late.
Please don't judge me.
It's too late,
I'm just a man with oh, here we go. This is interesting. Sonny says that call earlier relating to Dr. Pimple Popper has got me thinking. I would love, nay demand, a show where it's nothing except callers telling Ian what videos to watch on YouTube. I'd be up for that. Those Gambian mango worms. Did you see? You saw that?
It wasn't a mango they were crawling out of.
Did you see the one where they flew out?
No.
There's one where it squeezed it and it just flew out. That's incredible, isn't it? Those are incredible scenes.
They are.
What should we do for the last 30 minutes?
I've got some stories.
Have you?
Yeah.
You've done preparation?
Don't muck about.
I've basically been padding for the last 2.5 hours because I didn't think we had anything.
Well, this one,
you've got material?
Yeah.
You've got to get close to this microphone.
I'm just taking this out. Right, here we go. And because I never do anything that's for nothing, this is the start of the phone-in of written communications that mean a lot to you, but you might not necessarily have any more. Ready? Everybody?
Yes,
Are you
Catherine.
ready, Ian?
Yes, Catherine.
Okay.
I'm ready.
A grandmother was shocked when her sister called to say a confused thank you for getting a Christmas card she posted almost 19 years earlier. 19 years.
Please get close to the microphone.
All right, shush. Well, put your face there. The card, complete with a festive 19p postal stamp. Can you take your hand off the back of my head? I find it very disconcerting. Was only delivered from Gail Hammersley, 72, in Crewe, to her sister Mary in Market Drayton this month. Despite having no recollection of sending the card, says you. I was outside looking at the non-existent moon. I could hear you screaming about maggots in dogs' bums.
That is genetics. That is genetics. Where's the orchidometer?
What?
Where's the orchidometer? Because you need to measure my testicles. They are genetic. I am genetically testiculated to have a booming voice.
Wow.
Your voice is screechy and irritating. Get on with it.
Despite having no recollection of sending the card, the envelope... Oh, no, it's gone off. Oh, man, hang on. The envelope was in perfect condition and in her handwriting. She didn't remember. I don't remember what I put in a card last year, never mind 19 years ago, and I'm not 72 yet. That's an aside, by the way. The only clue as to the date of her sending it was the 1999 date on the limited edition Hark the Herald Angels Sing stamp. There's a big advert here. Bear with me a second. Oh, All Saints are getting a new album out. Did you know that? Ms. Hammersley said another sister, Wendy, called her to ask if she was okay after Mary was concerned about the odd delivery. I think she might have gone. I thought I'd gone a bit mad, she said. When she told me I'd send her a Christmas card 6 months earlier, I was totally dumbfounded, but it left me thinking, have I? I even started doubting myself. Oh, imagine. It was only when she brought it round to me that I looked closer to see the stamp was dated 1999, and I couldn't believe it.
I don't believe it!
It would be nice to find out if this is some sort of a record for the longest time it's taken for Royal Mail to deliver a letter, she said. Bemused, I'm guessing.
No, they've taken, sometimes it takes 60 years for a letter to get there. So 19 years is nothing.
And imagine if that 60-year-old letter had been like a oldie dicky picky. And it might have been an opportunity lost. Anyway. Opportunity
knockers.
Lost. The Royal Mail said, oh, here we go. It's very likely the card has been put back into the postal system by someone recently rather than it being lost or stuck somewhere. Pull the other one, Postman Pat. Royal Mail regularly checks all its delivery offices and clears its sorting machines daily. Once an item is in the postal system, then it will be delivered to the address on the card. Will it balls? That's not in the article, that's just me.
I've got something from 60 years in my great-grandma's handwriting.
Come round.
Swap a room.
Here we go. No, you sit there. I'm gonna move because you're getting on my nerves. Go around there and speak close to the microphone, please.
Here we go.
This is it. This is the reason we're here, guys. This is it. Come on, Chelsea.
Now, this is the thing, right? We've thrown this out as a phone-in. None of you are biting. I don't know why.
John's on the line.
I know. Communication. I know. Written communications that mean so much to you, but you might not necessarily have anymore. Now we've got this. Tell me what this is, Chelsea.
It's my great-grandma's recipe for maids of honours.
And what are maids of honours?
It's like a pastry with almond paste inside it. And my great-grandma used to make them at Christmas. So my granddad now has the original recipe. And I've got a copy of it, but he keeps the original. And then I'll get it because we make them together every year.
That's actual treasure, that is.
It is.
I don't like almonds, but
my great-grandma used to bake them with me, and now I bake them with my granddad.
Wow.
That's amazing.
That's proper treasure, man.
We'll never get rid of it. We just love it. The fact that it's in her handwriting.
Yeah, and do you know what it's in? That standard grandma handwriting.
Yeah.
You can always tell a person of that generation.
On the twos. It's got our fingerprints all over it.
Wonderful. That is well used. Oh, that's treasure.
It's great. I love it.
There
you can talk to the caller.
Nah. It's John.
It might be a different John. It's a very popular name.
It won't be.
Amongst ourselves.
It won't be. I bet you it's that John.
Hello.
Bet. Oh, hang on. Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
Oh, it's different, John, I think. Hello, John. What's going on?
Hi,
Yes, John.
Hi, Ian. How
Come
you
on,
doing?
John. I'm good, thank you, buddy. What you got?
Well, I just thought I'd call you. It's 25 to 1. I've never called you before. I've not called TalkSport for many years, but I'm sat in the dark in York, and I feel like I need to vent about the UK transport system.
Yes, man. Vent. This is what we want. Vent away. It's an absolute nightmare. The Minister for Transport should be hung, drawn, and quartered. I'm not actually calling him for him to be injured in any way whatsoever. It's meant it metaphorically. The bosses of all the have they sorted out that? Well, you go because I'm venting. You vent.
Well, I live in York, and I've used the trains as little as possible. Every time I try and use them, I think that it's another disgrace. The price, the conditions.
We're going to Scotland in September, right? And we're not. There's no way we're going to get the train. We'll fly. How the hell is it cheaper to get an aeroplane than it is to get a train?
Right. Here's my situation. That I used to cycle to work from where I used to live, and I moved house, and I wanted to use the train, which would incorporate a 15-minute journey a day. So I went to incorporate the annual cost of the train for a season ticket from a place called Northallerton to Darlington, up north, £4,000 for a year season ticket.
Sorry, what? What did that man just say?
£4,000?
That's nuts, man.
£4,000.
What? Well, I know. I don't get it. I don't get how trains are so expensive. I don't get as well how they've introduced new. I've not really been following the story because I don't use trains very much. Buses, I like buses. I like driving. I like walking. That's it. Trains, I don't really get. I like the pleasure of being on a train and just reading a book or dozing or listening to me Walkman. But I don't. But that's if I've got a job and they'll put me on it. But how did they introduce brand new timetables and then go? Oh, hang on, we've not actually worked this out. The way this works, some of the drivers will be in the wrong places because they won't have got back, and that is nuts, isn't it?
So this country, get me wrong if I'm wrong. Call me sorry if I'm wrong. This country invented the train system. Today in York, there was a signal failure because of a lightning strike. Okay, you think, oh, you can't, that's inevitable. It's going to be about 7 hours later. Right now, the whole system in the north is locked down. There's not been the trains between. If York goes down, the whole system is screwed.
Well,
there's people now at the station. I've drove past it today. There was a concert at the race course in York. The whole North network is an absolute meltdown.
If things happen because of weather, I kind of get that. It's like the Eurostar that they can't do it because it is too hot, and people are driving on with cars, and the cars are heating up the already hot system and overloading the aircon. I kind of get it, but the fact that if one station is out and that scuppers the whole of the north, then man alive. So, John, I'm gonna come and be your personal chauffeur. How about that?
I'd like that. I mean, moving on from that, digressing. 3 minutes past 8 today, I reported a power cut in my property, Central York.
Oh,
it's now what we're on now. I'm still sat in the dark. It's midnight.
No. Oh no. Now I'm going to disagree with you, man. John, I'm disagreeing with you. There's nothing more exciting than a power cut.
Well, I've run out of candles, and I've got the extension, the ones that last about 2 hours.
Go to bed. Go to bed, man. For crying out loud. I love a power cut. I love a good. I've not had a power cut since the 70s. I used to love a power cut, man. Embrace that, John. Hey, listen, man. Thanks for your call.
Come on.
No, God, no, not a chance. Thank you, John. 034449. I'm joking, of course. I love the North. I do love a power cut. All right, if you've had it all day, that's your freezer and your fridge and knackered.
Exactly in this weather.
All right. But So 8 o'clock this morning. Well, he wouldn't need power apart from the fridge and the freezer. All right, we've got that. That would be covered by your contents insurance, actually. Yes, it would, Catherine. Don't pull a face. I know all about contents insurance because I've been looking at it in way too much detail recently. So that's covered by your contents. So that's covered. So don't even worry about that. And this weather, you don't need electricity until... Don't need it at all. He's gone through all the candles. It's only been dark about 2 hours. That guy's a fake. He's a fraud. He's a chancer. I'm glad. I'm not even believing the £4,000. I don't believe.
No, I believe that.
I don't believe anything that man said. I suspect he's probably a criminal and he's on the run from justice.
Wow.
And I can imagine what crime he's done. I'm not going to say it, but
is it that? Oh man.
He's done something like that, possibly with an animal.
What?
0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio, guys.
Closing time conversation for tax inspectors, taxi drivers, and taxidermists. Great big talk for the wee small hours.
You've been trolling me big time, mate.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Oh, we get a choice now. Yeah, Martin can come in towards the end of the show and let us know what's going on. What's going on in his show? 1 o'clock, of course. Martin does tonight. I get confused. So he does tonight, and he does tomorrow night. So he does 2, and Paul Ross does 5. Is that right?
Mm.
Does Christo still work there?
Yeah, I think so. I think he does Saturday into Sunday morning, doesn't he?
I don't know. I'm going to listen. Does James Max still work there?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. Well, that's great to know. Good. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. It's the last 14 minutes of the show. If you want to, it's 11 minutes of the show. If you want to call, now is the time to call, because after this, we're closing up. I'm going to chat to a lady in Australia. That's private.
We're all going to leave the room.
That is private. A private conversation. There will be no. You will not know what happens in that conversation, dear listener. That is not for your ears. That is for my ears, and that's for my ears to start with, and then we see where it goes. Then we'll see where it goes. It's a video chat.
I don't want to hear. Right, promise me. I don't want to hear anything about it.
Fingers in ears, then.
I'm not going to be in. I'll wait in the car.
Okay, you go and wait in the car, and maybe sometime.
No, you won't. Yes.
I don't really know what to do for the last 14 minutes. I just don't know. Kind of lost the old.
Another funny story?
Yes, mate. That's what we want. Now I know what I want to do. I want to sit back and not do any work for a little bit while you say something.
Right. Here we go. Here's a funny story about a sweary actor. We all like those sweary actors and funny stories. So hold on to your hats. Right. Here we go. Orlando Bloom, the one that played Legoland in that.
He's the fella that likes to ride boats naked.
Yeah, he does.
You seen that picture? You seen the picture of him naked on a boat?
The paddleboard.
I think he had, can I say cock ring on the radio? I think he had one on because it traps blood whilst...
All right, yeah, we know.
On the slack.
Okay.
Making it look...
More...
distended.
Or maybe he had summer penis. We all know that's a thing now.
They should do a show called Distenders. Shouldn't they?
Yes, that's a very good idea.
Okay. Someone's saying they miss your murder stories. We'll bring that feature back.
Definitely. I can always bring you more murders.
Yeah.
Orlando Bloom. I can make this into a murder if you want.
Okay.
Orlando Bloom was forced to stop a performance of his West End theatre show on 2 occasions after spotting an audience member using an iPad.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that.
The actor, who plays the title role in, and here's the murder part, Killer Joe, became agitated and even swore at the theatre goer, according to one eyewitness, who may or may not have been bullshitting.
What's your language, mate?
Oh, sorry. Critic Mark Shenton wrote on Twitter,
Eyewitness account from matinee of @Killer Joe play. Hashtag Orlando Blue made 2 unscripted interventions. I need you to put iPad away now. Then again, a few minutes later, put that effing iPad away now and I will wait.
Good for him.
Yeah, what's he supposed to do? A fellow audience member then replied to Shenton to say that the woman in question actually had an excuse for using her tablet in the middle of the show. Oh, really? What's that? Harry Edwin tweeted to say, I was sat behind, and although it would have looked bad, in her defence, she was using it for her fan as the auditorium was roasting.
Bull. I call bull.
You can't get decent waft from an iPad, surely.
I saw, and you're not allowed to talk about this gentleman now, but God damn it, I will talk about it. I saw shamed sexual predator Kevin Spacey starring in a 4-hour 3-act play called The Iceman Cometh.
Right.
Halfway through Act 2, someone's phone rings. Spacey, cool as a cucumber, now we know why, just stopped and said, tell them we're busy, and then went straight back into it before probably going off to
do something awful.
Shenanigans.
Orlando has been heaped with praise for his portrayal of detective and part-time contract killer Joe Cooper
I don't care about
in
the
Tracy
critics.
Letts' dark thriller.
I don't care about the critics.
Blah, blah, blah. He told him to stick it up the jacksie. Blah, blah, blah. Probably was one, yes, on the back of that boat.
Now, someone should have called in by now.
Oh, let's have a look. No.
What is wrong with these slackers? Why are we even bothering doing this show? When people... well, I'm not talking until someone calls in.
You know, Is a mermaid a mammal?
No, surely it'd be a fish. Oh, actually, hang on.
But it's a type of animal.
Mermaid's a mammal like a whale is.
But the face breathes, doesn't it? It's not got gills. Has she got gills?
She breathes through the mouth.
Mm.
She's a mammal.
Mammal.
Yeah, that's what I said.
All right.
Who's disagreeing with that?
No, I was just wondering. I was genuinely
Mammal.
just wondered because I
Mammal.
think if I had to choose an animal that I could be animal,
Oh.
Well, I mean, do you want to tell her or shall I?
Tell her, but tell her nicely.
They don't exist, Thicko! Do they? I tell you, is Splash a bit?
Splash is very.
Is it now?
Mm.
Really?
I tried watching it with the girls and I've forgotten there is quite a lot of swearing in it. And yeah, it's a bit pervy. As a lot of those 80s films are by today's standards.
You can't watch any of those films anymore, really. I would never let the boys watch Goonies.
No.
Considered taking them to see The Tower the other day.
What's The Tower?
It's my favourite actor, Dwayne Johnson.
The Rock.
No, Dwayne Johnson.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
No, he doesn't use that name anymore, and I respect that.
But lots of people know him as The Rock.
Well, loads of people know Katie Price as Jordan, but I would call her Katie Price because that is the name she has chosen to operate under. Dwayne Johnson is his name, and now acting is his game, not wrestling. No thanks, we're not that desperate. Are we? No. What do you think?
Well, you let Tony have a go.
Well, no, but Tony didn't call me an effing C. I think that ship has sailed.
All right.
Do you not think? We just had it on a screen that someone has called in who
burnt his bridges.
Burnt his bridges twice, and the last time called me an effing C, which I think is unacceptable, Phil. I don't know about you. I find that unacceptable language. And this is the problem. In the great unblocking of 2 weeks ago, he was one of the people I unblocked. And I think a lot of the people that were unblocked on Twitter thought I was just unblocking them and was also that counted as forgiveness.
Yeah.
It's Alistair for those regular listeners. No, I don't think so. Alistair, I wish you best luck on your journey, but I don't think... what's this? Nikki's upset. Can't be bothered with you anymore. I really respected you. Thought you was a real genuine guy, but more fool me.
What's that come from?
You say mermaids aren't real.
Could be. That's weird, isn't it?
And yet not unusual.
That's a I liked you in the jungle, but now... Okay, Nikki. Okay. I don't... People are weird, man. People are weird.
It is Friday night, and it is late.
I'm so glad I'm not... I mean, I've got Twitter open for the show, because especially when we're away from the studio, I kind of need something. But I'm so glad I'm off it. And I'm so glad I don't have to talk to people and engage with people on that level, you know. I think Martin Kellner is there. Hello, Martin.
Hello to you, Ian. Hello, Flipping Kath.
Hello.
Yeah. Are you interested in what I've got on my show, Martin?
Of course we are.
Bless you.
Yes, we are. Let's hear it. Come on.
Let me tell you. Well, you know that thing when you're sunbathing and you have to sort of pause every now and then to put sun lotion on? We'll be talking to the people who've developed a sort of a thing that was almost like a tanning booth. You go to your resort and this thing, if you remember Get Smart years ago and the Cone of Silence. Do you remember the Cone of Silence?
I don't remember the Cone of Silence. I remember him talking into his shoe.
Well, he talked in his shoe, but he also, if he was engaging with his boss, you know, with whatever the equivalent of Q was there, the Cone of Silence used to come down. It was anyway. Basically, somebody's invented something. It's not the biggest story of the day, but it's our biggest story.
Hang on a minute. What? Someone's I'm struggling to follow this.
So, you know those spray tan booths?
Oh, yeah.
You stand in a sort of an enclosure, a bit like one of those French urinals.
Precisely. Somebody has invented a French urinal which sprays you.
Pissoir.
So you don't have to, a pissoir, which sprays you, not with piss, but with suntan lotion. So it saves you the trouble of rubbing it on.
One of my favourite things as a dad is forcing sun cream on my kids because they hate it, man. They hate it, and forcing it on them is a joy.
Yeah, and it's true. They won't let you do it. I can remember my son, who's 33 now, I ought to say, so I no longer have to do this. But when he was a kid, I can remember chasing him down beaches, you know, in various Mediterranean resorts, trying to put just a little bit on his back or his neck to save him getting burnt, and eventually saying to him, well, you know, don't come to me tonight when you're burning in your Mediterranean bunk. But this will do the job for you. But as for adults, I think largely, you just stand up, it sprays you, and then you lie down again and get the suntan. So we're talking about that. We're talking about the heat, obviously. What's it like in Manchester?
Hot.
Yeah, hot still in Manchester. We've had
It's hot, a bit cloudy, but there's no sign of this thunderstorm that we've been promised.
Oh, we had it down here. It's quite a bit this afternoon, but it is still warm. It is. Yeah, well, your place will be, your carpets will be ruined.
Balls.
I guarantee you. Yeah, definitely. So we're talking to farmers. They've got problems with carrots and broccoli. Well, they have. And also people who keep livestock, they get all the winter feed. They're having to, because nothing's growing and everything. They're having to feed their animals with that. So there'll be nothing left for the winter. Birds. We talked some from the RSPB. The birds need.
Get used to it, guys. This is the future. This is what we got. This is what's going to happen, and get used to it. This is how our lives are going to be.
Spot on. Well, we've got Jonathan Porritt on the show tomorrow night, saying very much what you've just said, Ian. So, right. Manchester, by the way, my birthplace. Lived there for the first 18 years of my life, and I love Manchester.
We will say hello to Manchester for you, Martin, and see if it remembers you.
Yes, well, it may. You never know. It was a long time ago, but there you go.
Right. All right. Nice one, man. Thank you for that.
Cheers.
We look forward to listening to that on our drive home. Ta-ta, mate. Right. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Get the other screen up. I can't do the show without the other screen. Well, we're coming to the end of the show. We're almost done. So if you're coming to see us tomorrow in Manchester, I think the show starts at like 7:30 or maybe 7. Google it. Don't go by what it says on the ticket. Is I think because I just do that and I don't know. There's still one ticket left. I think if you wanna, let's have a little look. There's 2 tickets left.
Good, so bring a friend
No.
or an enemy.
And if you want to, once this show is over, the plugging for this show is finished.
Yes.
Then the plugging for the poorly selling shows in Scotland really takes precedence.
But don't do the accent, because I don't think that goes across very well.
I had to spend 120 quid on posters for a show that no one's going to. And I guarantee you, right? I guarantee you that once those posters are up, we will not see any upswing. I might as well just chucked 120 quid out the window and said, thanks very much. That's it. That's your lot. So anyway, if you want to see a list of all the dates and what have you, if you go to iainlee.com/event, iainlee.com/event, all of the dates are there and you can have a look. If you're coming tomorrow, we look forward to seeing you. Come and say hello afterwards and we'll take pictures and stuff like that before we go off. Tomorrow for lunch, sort of 1-ish, 2-ish, we're going to go to Annie's, which is Jenny's place and Chris's place, and have some food there. You can come and say hello to us and buy some food. I don't care. You're not going to go. You're going to visit your aunt tomorrow.
Yeah, but she's not in.
She's bailed.
She's going to be
pretended
hiding behind the sofa.
Exactly, man. That's what happens. What? Hang on a minute. Can't be bothered with you anymore. I really respected you. Thought you was a really genuine guy, but more for me. So I've replied her, and she's replied, it's my way of saying, in an odd way, I think you are the bee's knees.
Okay. Back away.
Twitter, huh? We're done. Chelsea and Phil, thank you so much. You look like you've endured it more than enjoyed it. And we appreciate it. We were saying that quite often a lot of our fans, so one person really digs the show and the other person insists that they put headphones on when they're listening in bed. We know that. And tomorrow's audience will be 30% people who really dig the show and their partners. 50%. Their partners.
Who really dig them.
You really dig them and are going to get tickets to go and see a pop concert or something afterwards. So thank you very much for letting us come here. It's so nice to see you. Thank you. Thank you, dear listener. Thank you to everyone who called in. Sam, thank you for putting up with our technological nightmare. And we'll sort this microphone out for next time we do it. Download the podcasts. Go to iTunes, Acast, type in Late Night Alternative. We'll be back on Monday night. Until then, from us, ta-ta.